and gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR 2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out Petrifying Pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, "Bitch." And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR 2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that usual YouTube shite.
What the fuck is this?
And we are live, I think, and I hope. Test 1 2 3, lads. Test your Michaels.
Test.
Hey everybody.
There you go.
Test these.
And I see we got War Room in the chat, and we got Donnie in the chat. War Room says he likes how it's the same Muzz face in all of the shops. I think it should be the same all of our faces. I just took the one picture from all of us because I was too lazy to get any different ones. But I put like a different mouth on Jackpot, you know, drooling and foaming and all that kind of stuff, and maybe the eyes as well. I can't remember. Anyway.
Except for Jackpot's mom, that's actually his mom.
Oh, that's, yeah. I asked him to send me that in. I said, please send me a picture of your mother. He's like, yeah, no problem. I do it all the time. $10. $10. And I said, fine. Transfer them the cash, and the rest is history. I still have to make that an emoji, by the way. I keep forgetting to do that. But Mrs. Jackpot will be an emoji one day. I guarantee. Muzz, Jackpot, how you doing? How's it been since, the last week?
Sick.
Muzz has been
sick.
What you got there, Muzz? Just cold? Tonsillitis?
I had a bit of everything. It started with like a fever, and then it went into like the whole nasal and runny nose and congestion, and then it went to a sore throat and cough, and then I lost a sore throat. Now I just got a cough left.
Damn.
So, just a cough now, okay.
No Rona though? Just regular
I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't get tested, so I don't have no clue.
Worm says testes, but I would like you to tell us how the testy went. I assume does testes mean good when you say it? Is that what that means?
I don't know.
Anyway, the audio bars are jumping up and down when you speak, so I think that's good.
How's that test?
The covey.
It's spreading it. I'm sneezing already.
Jackpot, how you been last week? What you been up to?
Nothing.
Smoking marijuana.
No, never.
Yes, you have been. Yes, you have.
I told you I
Back to
stopped
me.
smoking. I don't
quit.
smoke anymore.
Damn, didn't know you were cool. I didn't know you were cool like that. Testes are good. Thank you,
Nothing.
Worm.
Firewall. I'm glad that it's more fun for me because of the aiming. So
Yeah.
we've been playing quite a bit of Firewall. Thankfully,
We have. It's been winning
Kathleen likes
votes.
it a little bit.
Kathleen. Down
I
to
think because of
Suki.
the aiming.
Suki
Once
getting
the aiming got.
Kathleen. Sorry, go on about aiming.
I say that after aiming got, in my opinion, fixed to a point, the game it's a lot better. It's a lot more fun for me to play. I just don't feel like, and even though the ADS bitches are still there, and you can tell right away,
Yeah.
it's still a lot better for me. It's a lot more fun.
All right. Speaking of Firewall Ultra, I was going to save it for the very end because it's just a small little update, but since we're already talking about it, I might as well just throw it all the way to the top of the queue. Just a small update about that competition. So that competition is running until the end of the month, and they've updated the prizes. So originally it was like 10,000 crypto for first, second, and third place, and people were like, "That's not enough. That's not enough." So they said, "Okay, fine."
It's not.
It really
It's
isn't.
not. It's
They
fucking-
said, "Fine, it's 100,000 now." So that even if you finish third, you get 100,000 as well for crypto, in-game crypto. I wonder how they do that though. Is that like something they download from the store, or are they just gonna ask you for your PSN and they'll like top up your
Probably.
account
Yeah,
or something?
yeah.
How's that gonna work? I don't know.
Probably PSN.
Because you can buy Shadow Coin, but I don't think you can just buy crypto directly from PSN. So
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they would have a way to like put crypto into someone's account.
into individuals'
have-
accounts. All right.
Probably
Probably, yeah.
direct deposit.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's all the news that for that particular thing. No word yet on an update this week. I know they've been aiming for like weekly patches and updates. We're halfway through the week now, and we haven't really heard any whispers yet of anything coming this week. But listen, if it takes 2 weeks to fully test these things, make sure that they're releasing them
Right.
without having more issues.
What's the last patch number? 1.1.
1.10. So that was last week.
Suki was streaming not too long ago, and he said Firewall update 1.1 or whatever the fuck. I don't know if he was just playing or there's a new update that just came out and he was trying the new update.
All right. Okay. Well, I didn't hear a single thing about an update. I'm going to check the Discord just in case.
Me neither, but he was streaming, so maybe he was just clickbaiting.
Probably mad for that clickbait. There is an announcement here apparently. Oh, it's just the update for the prize money. So there's nothing about patch notes or any announcements. So I think it's just clickbait from Tsuki. Mic test good. Thank you, Donnie, for letting me know as well. Move Master Mick, how you keeping? Says evening Scallywags. How you doing, Mick? Donnie says they put 100,000 crypto in everyone's account with that one patch. Yes, they did, and I blew it immediately on that Taylor CQB.
Me too.
whatever it's
I'm
called.
fucking wasting my money.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I was going to buy it eventually. It's my loadout now. Lone or God damn it. Stop calling him the wolf emoji. You're ruining. His name is Tsuki, so stop using the wolf emoji. We're not going to let him win. Anyway, he's streaming right now, and he says update 1.10. Okay, well, update 1.10 is what happened last week. So
You tricked
I don't
me.
know. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, are we ready to jump into topic number one? I think it's going to be a short one today. I was struggling to find things to talk about. But
That's because you don't have a quest.
I wouldn't want to talk about a quest. If I had 100 things to talk about with a quest, I wouldn't want to talk about any of them. All
How
right?
about that fucking Assassin's Creed VR? It might come to
It looks
PSVR
good. It
too.
will come
I'm
to
sure it
PSVR
will.
too. It will come to
I'm sure
PSVR
it
too.
will.
Well, you should add that to the list. You're a bitch.
Well, I can't prove it, but I've heard some whispers, some stuff
sure-
about a deal,
Hey, well,
a deal
it's just
changing.
probably a
Um,
time exclusive or something.
It's coming to PSVR 2. And when it comes to PSVR 2, it will be the definitive version. It's not worth looking at the beta version on the Quest right now. And apparently it's like a really big game too. Like the maps are big.
Yeah, and it's actually like
Yeah.
a full like real campaign, like
Yeah.
not like a size, like the length of a regular Assassin's Creed game, just in VR, which is pretty cool.
The real
And
deal.
it looks like an actual game, not some fucking Call of the Mountain bullshit. No offense.
Rude.
But it looks more than just climbing and a couple other things. It looks like there's more than, like Muzz says.
There's a lot of climbing in Assassin's Creed now, in fairness.
Right.
There is.
Right. But it's not, the game is not focused on the climbing aspect like Call of the Mountain was, I think, a lot of just climbing, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
actually, there's not enough combat in Call of the Mountain, sadly. I was hoping they'd put like a DLC for Call of the Mountain where like they do like a combat thing or something, but that seems to not be happening.
But the combat was good, right? It wasn't like it was
Yeah, it was
trash.
good.
Why
It
did
was
they just
solid.
add more
It
to
wasn't
that?
bow and
instead of-
arrow combat, but yeah, it was good.
Still.
But and it was cool to see the robots like that you've been playing in the main games up close and what they look like in real size and all this. It's like really cool.
It would have just been cooler if, like, when you just traversing the world, you just come across the robot animals and just fight them right there instead of like having to be like this like arena thing.
Yeah. Well, this is a whole weird thing where you can like, strafe in a circle. You're forced to. You can't freely move around and all this kind of stuff.
But even if they kept that arena, like the circle arena, like it would have been cooler to like been walking through the world and then you come across one and then it sets the arena and then you just fight there, kind of like more like the fights would come across like more natural that way rather than just like you know exactly when a fight's gonna happen because you see like this little like
The flat area.
circular flat area.
There's
Like,
nothing to climb here for 2 minutes. So what is this?
yeah, I wonder what's gonna come out and attack me. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
What was I going to say as well? Is this like, remember when PSVR 1 came out first and the Ubisoft was like really strongly supporting us? They had like that Space Junkies and
Yeah.
Eagle, that
had a
Eagle
few-
game where you could fly around as an eagle. I can't remember that.
Oh yeah.
So
Space
like,
Junkie was not bad, but it came out like
the controls
when
were
it came
trash.
out, the controllers were literally trash. You couldn't really play the game, and I think that's what fucked it up. Because I think it could have been more fun. It could have continued to grow, but I think they fucked it up. Launch games, man, launching a game unfinished or just a bad taste in your mouth, it really can fuck up with the game, man. So,
But anyway, my point was that remember that like they announced Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed were coming to VR, and then they cancelled Splinter Cell. I was like, oh, they're going to cancel Assassin's Creed too. But thankfully, they haven't. It must have been far enough in development. With like, well, we might as well release it now. But hopefully it's a success. I hope it is a success on Mesa Quest, as much as it pains me to say it, because then maybe Ubisoft will, continue bringing their games. Go on there, Maz.
Yeah, they have more franchises that could come into VR easily. So
Well, Splinter
hopefully,
Cell is like that's kind of a tragedy that was cancelled. That would have been a really nice fit.
Far Cry, if they can pour one of those games in VR, one of the Far Cries, I'll be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Far Cry 3, I'll take that, even if it is an old game. Ass Creed more like, says War Room. I really liked the originals. I stopped playing them after the fourth one, the pirate one. LSB is here, shaking his penis, and Movemaster Mix says rigs on PSVR 2 would be cool. Rigs on PSVR 2 would be dead. Movemaster, like nobody played that game. Nobody played it.
What the fuck are we watching? What is this? What is this?
Oh yeah,
game
that's the
footage?
topic that we're talking about. Vertigo.
Listen, you wanted
We're
to
talking about Ubisoft all of a sudden, but yeah, Vertigo 2 got delayed. It was supposed to be out yesterday, the 24th. Well, it's 26th now for me, but for you, it's the yesterday still. And then last minute, the developer, I think, is like a one-man developer. He tweets out, says, "Sorry for the short notice here, but the Vertigo 2 PSVR 2 release has been delayed. I'll share the new release date as soon as I know." And then Perp Games, who are publishing the physical version of the game, they come along saying that they're still aiming for a 2023 release. So it's still coming this year. But it is like Phasmophobia, another kind of a last minute. Well, this was only even more last minute than Phasmophobia. But still, out of nowhere, it's like, by the way, not coming. So what's going on here? Why are they doing this? What's the reasoning behind this? I asked this about Phasmophobia as well, but why would you do this? Why would you leave it so long?
seems to be the in thing to do
Yeah.
right
Just
now.
because it's like
Late delay.
VR is niche, so they can do whatever they want, and there won't be too much kickback. You know, like Without Parole might complain, a few other YouTubers might complain, but that's it.
Yeah.
I think to a point, yes.
I don't
But
know.
I think that also because this is common, right? Fucking games all the time they get delayed, which is fine that they get delayed in order to come out better. But and I think there's so many games that get delayed. I'm just thinking, I don't know, because obviously there's people with money that put money on this, right? Hey, you got to make this game, and you got quotas, and you got a certain amount of time. Where's this fucking game? Where's this game? So I think that they put a realistic expectation, but shit happens all the time. And sometimes the game just is not where it needs to be, and they just need to have a day just so these people with suitcases are happy about what they think, and then if they have to delay, they have to delay. But I
But
don't know.
what suitcases though? Isn't this guy just like a
He's like a
sing
one-man
like
team.
yeah, he's like an indie guy. He doesn't like answer to any bigger like corporate guys.
Well,
like
maybe, but if that's the case, and then maybe it's just harder. That some problems that he didn't expect it to come with
Yeah.
the PSVR 2 version, and it is what it is. But I like that if they're holding back and not releasing them, because the games need to come out when they're ready.
Yeah, but the question is like why so close to like when the game was gonna come out that like he would it's like he wouldn't he have known this like weeks ago?
I think I agree with
Probably.
Decepticon there in the chat. He says there was probably a spot that dipped in first person or frames per second. Sony Q&A hates VR. Remember when Alvo was coming to PSVR 1? And they were like, oh,
Yes.
it's coming this week. And it's like, oh, well, Sony Q&A are holding it back for another 3 weeks or something like that. And it kept going on and on and on.
Yeah.
And I'd say the Phasmophobia is probably something similar as well. Like they had to like redesign that whole map because the frame rate drops. I'd say if it
that could be true. That could be true. Sony might just be like really, really being like
because they're like
super anal
like,
about
it
that.
has to be 60 frames per second minimum. Although there is
Yeah.
games
That's
that dip
good,
though.
right?
Right?
That's good. That Sony are
It's good,
strict.
yeah, but
I wish they were as strict as the games that they allow in the store. Fuck, there's so many trash in
They
there.
used to be. I don't know what happened. LSB says hello from PC VR land. Shut up. Shut up,
already?
you little smelly bitch. That's what LSB
Has anybody tried this game already? Like, isn't PC?
Decepticon,
PC VR
this,
land.
but like this came out earlier this year on PC, and it was like people are like, "Whoa, this is on par with like Half-Life." Alex, this shit's good. This is Decepticon has played it. He's like, "Damn, it's good." So
Really?
It looks good. I don't like visually just looking at the trailer. I don't see how it's comparable to Half-Life Alex. But
apparently, in terms of gameplay, like it's all physics. Like you're messing around with physics a lot, which is similar to Half-Life.
Not presentation wise, but gameplay
it's definitely
wise.
more cartoony, whatever.
Yeah.
But like the level of interactivity and stuff, like you go up to, like you see him shaking an alien's hand or whatever, just like random shit like that. So you can just like interact with everything.
Or if there's like a bunch of stuff on a shelf, you can like move it away to like find something behind it and that kind of thing.
Well, I assume so. I haven't played it, but yeah, that's the kind of interaction people are talking about. Like it was one of the big, like October was, well, for me anyway, Phasmophobia, but for a lot of people it was Vertigo too. Like that was the big one for October.
$30, which is not bad, but it has overwhelmingly positive and very positive reviews, and there's a demo on Steam.
We'll try it out.
I wish there was a demo on PS.
No, not for you. Probably, I think it costs $2. Especially for a one-man team. I'm nearly sure Sony charges them to put a demo on, which is so stupid.
But it's
it doesn't.
$5.
Just money grubbing hands all over people.
I mean, it probably costs Sony a certain amount to host it or whatever, but still, it's like you're spending it to make it, like invest in it. Decepticon saying again, it's a good game. Donnie face palming, but I don't know why.
He always does that.
Donnie. Maybe he's got a fly in his face and he's swatting it. Damn it, Donnie. Donnie says, I welcome a delay as long as it's for the betterment of the game upon release, regardless of the dev team size. Yeah, I'm not too salty about this one, to be honest. But listen, because I'm not as hyped as I was for Phasmophobia, but there's people out there who are really hyped for this, so they're probably a lot more bummed than I am. My mic boom is creaking. Sorry about that. But yeah, Vertigo 2 delayed. 2023 still on target. Well, I guess maybe he has to answer to Perp Games because they're publishing the physical version. So if he does have to answer to someone, it might be them. But overall, I think he's fairly the ball's in his court. Deej says, "Oi, Deej, nice to see you. You're up late tonight, Deej. How you keeping?" But yeah, anything else to say about Vertigo 2 before we move on?
I'm not super excited about it. Like I'll end up playing it just because of all the word of mouth. But like everything I've seen so far of the gameplay, like it doesn't seem like a game for me. But
I'm expecting.
something I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's just like the kind of like bizarre, like atmosphere of it or something.
It
Like,
reminds me of like one of them Rick and Morty games. Or
yeah, kind of like
that kinda
like
look
all
to
these
it.
weird aliens and stuff all over the place. And it's like I don't know, like, is it a game that you're supposed to take seriously, or if it's like a
I don't
joke
know.
or
I don't
something?
either. It looks
Like
goofy enough, all right, yeah. But
it looks goofy, but it looks like it's supposed to be like a serious story.
I bet if you're
I don't-
actually in there playing it, that's when it clicks and it's like, oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
So even Decepticon there says it looks meh, but there's a lot going on. So,
like it doesn't look bad though. Like it's just the
Yeah.
style of it, I guess, just doesn't suit me.
You know
I
what?
guess.
I'm surprised that we don't have another Doom game in VR. You know, like Doom BFR,
Sure.
whatever the fuck it was. That was really
Bethesda
fucking
own them
good.
now. Or sorry, Microsoft
Yes.
own Bethesda, so you're not going to see Doom ever again in VR.
No, Doom is gone.
Yeah.
I'm amazed it's not
Somebody
like
rip it off,
removed
man.
off the store.
Scrolls, no Skyrim, no nothing.
Somebody needs to rip off that game because that was really
Haven't they
good.
been trying to rip off Doom for like 30 years?
Rip off Doom,
VR.
yeah.
VR though.
Someone already hasn't. What about that? That pixel. I forget the name of it. It's like the very retro pixel-looking shooter.
For VR?
Yeah, I don't know if it's not on
Okay.
PlayStation.
Or
What?
Easy Game or Questicle?
I think it's on Quest, but I can't think of the name of it.
It's on Quest,
Anyway.
it's not important. Deej says, I'm good, thanks. Hope everyone's good. We're doing good. Muzz is sick. Wish him well. Tasuki has arrived. He says, okay, got level 23 on Firewall, got a jammer and the P90. Exfil
Ooh.
gives so much more XP when you win and stay alive. And as I told you, Tasuki, I told you it gives way more XP.
Fuck all that expo. I refuse.
Roy
Are
Schwartz
you
says-
doing that? Are you doing that solo or with the team? Must be with the team, right?
I think it's really hard if you do it by yourself.
Yeah.
It's hard to survive. Decepticon says they remade Doom 3 on Quest 3. I think I saw something about that, like where they redid the shadows and lighting. They've got like a really cool lighting system going on there now. And Tasuki says he played with randoms. Alone, you have no shot. There you go. That answers your question.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, Vertigo delayed. Maybe November. Maybe December. Maybe it'll be on
February.
the same day as Phasmophobia in February 2024. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we won't have to wait too long to see this game. Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord, which is coming out tomorrow for
thank you.
PSVR 2 and presumably other lesser headsets as well.
Is this one gonna flop? Is this one gonna be a flop? Are people gonna buy
Well,
this?
yeah. Why are people like? I know I've seen like GT and people like, oh, there's no review codes. But that's happened. That's happened before, hasn't it? And like,
Yeah.
Well,
but-
Firewall.
well, yeah, Firewall, but like Firewall Zero Hour didn't have review codes either. You know, like
Right.
nobody knew about that.
But we
before
saw
the game came out.
Firewall a lot of stuff, and people that it looked good. Like this game looks and then the people that play it, they're like, it's supposed to be 20 hours, but after 45 minutes, I'm bored. And maybe because of the people they play with, but I just for $30 at this game or $40, whatever the fuck it costs, how is this game gonna stay alive? Because this is a multiplayer game for the most part, right? Or you can play
Apparently,
single
there's
It
player.
a
is.
single player thing there. I asked the question: is it like? So my reasoning for why they're not giving or codes is that it's a multiplayer only game, and you know they want the servers to be live and it to be the full experience before people actually review it. But then
Right.
somebody replied to me saying no, it has a single player component too. So I was like, oh,
No.
I don't know if that's
This
true or
is-
not.
When you play a single player campaign, or is it just you by yourself, or is it the AI
I don't know.
AI characters following you?
I don't even know if there is a single player campaign. That's just what one random person
Yeah.
on Twitter told me. So who
This
knows?
is not.
Either
the
way.
marketing was wrong. The everything about this was wrong. The price is wrong. This is gonna. No offense. I wish that this seems the idea could have been cool, but I think
Oh,
this
Ghostbusters could have been.
gonna be good.
They could, yeah. If they would have went a different style with it,
Well,
they
hold
could
on.
have like
Hold on.
they
This-
could have
this
raked it.
This is running natively on a Quest 2. You have to keep that in mind.
Well, even
No,
even
I
with the
mean
graphics,
style like is in like the ghosts all look like
Oh, actually scary instead of
yeah, well yeah, like
Cartoony.
if they should have made it a more dark, like not like
Right.
horror dark, but like like Ghostbusters dark, like they like the original Ghostbusters. It wasn't like all like bright and colorful. Like
Right.
It's a fair point.
But I feel like even that would have made it a lot better. But even then, would have still, in my opinion, not saved it from the price, from apparently being pretty boring after only 45 minutes.
well, that's
And
the other thing. What's
for being
what's the
multiplayer for
replay value?
$40, yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know.
maybe there is replay value, but it's just not fun. Some games they look cool and you play them, they're like, this kind of sucks or whatever. Some
Oh,
games are like, this kind of looks whatever. And you play them, this is actually a lot more fun than I thought.
You're not like writing it off a bit too soon, considering you haven't played it, and we haven't heard any
No.
opinions yet. Like my
Well,
talking
I'm
with Jack,
just-
but he said it's not fun. Like I don't want to say it's not fun.
No,
yet. I
no,
know
no,
there's a
no,
couple
no.
of previews where people are a bit iffy on it or whatever, but
Right, but $40. How are you gonna get enough people to make this game stay alive for $40?
well, if you can't sell a
Especially with no-
Ghostbusters game, like that's a big name, it's a big IP. If you can't sell that for $40,
It's not as big as it used to be.
For $40,
But
no,
you
no,
can
it's
put
not.
you can
But,
put a
you know,
fucking
Firewall
Grand
Ultra
Theft
is
Auto.
$40, and we got.
You can
Yeah.
have a Grand Theft Auto game for $40. Nobody's gonna buy it if it's fucking trash, regardless if it's Grand
but
Theft
we don't
Auto.
know if it's trash. I mean, there's a lot of suspicion that it's trash, and it might be.
I haven't
trash.
heard anything from like anyone that already tried it, like at the game show that it was played at. Like no one said it was like bad.
I think you
They just
watched
said like
a Nathy or something. Did you watch a Nathy stream of it or something? And he said
I
it
watch
was.
a lot of people. I'm not saying it's bad, but what I'm saying, the whole thing, I don't think it's going to survive and be as good as it should be because of the price, because of the marketing. Apparently, this game doesn't look like it's hold your attention for very long. But who knows? Maybe it is different and it's actually more fun. I just don't. The price point for me, I think it's $40. It for a multiplayer game, like dude, like it's you're asking a lot, and I get it. The value may be there, but it's just hard for you to make a multiplayer game survive at that fucking price. Even with this, it has to be a really good game all around. All around has to be great, and I don't think this game is that. I think when we first saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, I'm excited for this. But then the more I hear and the more everything and no review codes and their single player, it's just I'm not really excited for it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this game is cool, and I'll buy it if everybody plays it, of course. But I just don't see it surviving for all those reasons.
I
unfortunately.
think the concept of Ghostbusters is pretty like straightforward. Like how much can you do with like the concept, right? Like you go out, you use your proton packs to like catch a ghost, and then you catch it, and then that's it. Like there's not like a there's not like a
I assume the tricky part of it might be like coaxing the ghost out or something. Like maybe it doesn't appear straight away, or I don't know. I haven't like. There was a video put up by PlayStation Access. He was muted himself. He's just coughing away. Coughing up a lung. But there's like a 20-minute video on PlayStation Access where they go like do a co-op level together. I skimmed it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched maybe 10 minutes of it total properly. But like the ghosts they were chasing were like these Medusa heads that were flying around, and they were like really polygony kind of looking or whatever. Just, I mean, it could be fun, but it was just one level as well they showed off. So you know, I mean, you need to see more like how different it is every time you play it or whatever. Is it just going to be once you do that level, it's going to be the same every time you do it? I don't know.
yeah. Like do you catch the ghosts? Like do you catch every like version of a ghost the same way? Like or like how do you catch like some weird like Slimer type guy, right? And then a bigger, scarier ghost comes out. Like, do you fight him differently? Like, how do you fight him differently? Like, what different tactics do you have to use rather than just like catch him and then throw the pack and then catch him? Like, yeah, like there's only so much those proton packs can do other than.
Well, I
what
see
they're
in the video here
meant
is
to
that
do.
he's like customizing his proton pack, so maybe there's different attachments or
Okay.
something that goes on. Maybe that's
Well,
just a
that's the
visual.
So-
I don't know.
A different colored beam.
Maybe.
The red one is
that's-
more powerful than the green.
Yeah. And that's how you catch the strong ones. Okay.
But in fairness, for all we know, there is like a lot of different strategies for different types of ghosts
Yeah.
or whatever. But like, they just haven't, like, we don't know enough about it. It's coming out in like a few hours, and we don't know anything about it really.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
there's like
well,
lots of equipment that they're just like making up for this game that didn't actually
Maybe,
exist
yeah.
in like the Ghostbusters lore.
And of course,
Maybe
like,
it is good.
go watch the PlayStation Access video as well if you want to like see a solid full round being played as well. That'll give you an idea as well.
Oh, are they gonna play it?
They've already played this. It's up now. Like I skimmed it
Oh.
before I came. It's like 20 minutes. It came out earlier on today.
Yeah, I'll go check that out.
It's
That's
there in the I only added the notes later on because I didn't find out about it.
So is it?
I'm liking how they're doing a lot of VR stuff lately. It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, two.
It's for sure
Two games.
multiplayer, like
No, they've done
random
some.
shit, or is it only the campaigns with co-op? Can you
Uh,
go like Firewall? There you go, and then you go again and again, or is it just okay? These are the missions, and you just
I
do
think it's
it?
like a story mission because there is this big bad thing, like the Ghost Lord himself, and you see him in the trailer. There, he's like the big giant skeleton fella wearing a helmet, and
A four-player
I assume
co-op
you
mission?
progress to that. I think everything's 4-player co-op in it,
Okay.
but I don't know how many modes there is or whatever. So, listen, I'm not the
Right.
expert on Ghostbusters. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess, what's going on. Whoever's brave enough to jump in.
Hey, if it turns out awesome, we'll all buy it and then we'll play it.
Yeah, and we'll eat.
Right.
we'll
If it's
eat some
cool,
crow.
I hope it's cool because it looks like the concept and stuff could be fun. Depends on the progression and all that, but we'll see.
Movemaster Mixes Cactus Cowboys VR is free and a blast. If very cartoony, I'll never download that, Dan. Or not Dan, Mick, sorry. Decepticon says, they say since no review codes, it could be bad because there's a pattern with that. They should have made it the real Ghostbusters, like the old cartoon. Oh yeah, like based it on the actual characters.
That would have been a better idea, yeah.
And some of them did.
I would have preferred like based it on like the atmosphere of the old movies, like the campy dark horror type vibe.
Bill Murray cracking some jokes while you're blasting some fucking jizz ghosts all over the walls or whatever.
That's probably too expensive to get the fucking voices for those beeps or something.
Yeah, they can get intimate. Yeah, good
impersonator.
Good voiceover guy. Impersonator.
Donnie says it seems to be aimed at family-friendly group of VR players. Yeah, well, that's the Quest effect, isn't it? That's the Quest effect.
Yeah.
It's
was,
children under 10 buying that thing. And
even though they're not supposed to be playing VR,
they should. But they are.
You're advertising to kids that shouldn't be even playing VR. Hurts their eyes.
Decepticon says this was probably steered to Quest for kids, then just made on all platforms. Well, look, the fucking annoying thing about this is that it's like a Sony game. It's not PlayStation, but it is Sony like movies. They've got like a game studio branch as well, which is it's a weird situation there. And they announced it first at Quest, like so. It's always annoyed me that they didn't have this as like a big PSVR 2 exclusive. But I don't know. These different wings of Sony don't really work together very well. It seems like the movies and music and PlayStation. But yeah, it's just stupid. I don't know. It should have been like a PSVR 2 ground up exclusive.
Sony needs to be throwing some money around, getting some of these franchises.
Well,
but,
they own that franchise, so they just needed to give it to Insomniac. Like they've got like a bunch of teams over there. Like we know you made Stormland, so the Stormland people make a Ghostbuster game.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. Everybody's happy.
I forgot that was one of their IPs.
Yeah. Clowns, absolute clowns over there. Price is way too high, says LSP. There is like confusion about that. I know, like there's a standard edition, then there's like an expensive collector's edition or some kind of, extra edition. So that's like up in the 50s or 60s maybe.
Too much money they're asking.
Infinity Lefty, how you doing? He says, I'm hitting a gaming slump. I haven't played games in months. Damn, Infinity Lefty, what's going on?
What was the last game you played? What was the last game you played?
Donnie says it was a big name back when I was a kid, too long ago. Well, didn't they just have like a movie not too long ago? Afterlife?
Yeah, like the reboot, but it had like the continuation from.
Yeah.
Continuing from the original movies.
And then they had like the women version as well a few years before that.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Was you absolutely Vegas. Decepticon says the price is high because they sneak in DLC that isn't even DLC yet. Is that what they're doing? They're promising things that aren't even going to be there day one. I think I remember hearing something about modes that are coming, but not day one. Roy's liking the smash button. Thank you very much, Roy.
All that DLC is bullshit because not every game, but a lot of games they bring it unfinished and they just the other extra shit. Oh, this is DLC, pay extra. It's like, bitch, give me the game with all the game modes. But anyways, I always shit on the developers. Not everybody. Some games are unfinished and they just split them up so they can charge the rest of the game as a DLC.
Donnie says, I've only played Firewall Ultra to only get shanked as a result of so I should have followed suit with you and just not played at all. Poor Donnie got reset again on his assignments.
I don't know why they keep picking on poor Donnie.
They do it to him. They got it in for you, Donnie.
Yes.
Move Master Mix says, I love the original Ghostbusters game on my Commodore 64 back in 1932. Danny says, I don't know about Ghostbusters replayability, and since it seems the battles are a bit time consuming and repetitive. I suppose it is, you're kind of just, like Muzz said, you're just pointing your gun and holding the trigger, presumably. I'm sure the ghosts are moving around and stuff. You do have to drag the ghost together with your teammates into the proton pack, like the light beam that comes up out of it to suck them.
Yeah.
So maybe that's difficult. I don't know. Move Master Mix says, Luigi's Mansion in VR would rock. You gotta get Nintendo onto that. Brave enough to spend $40 dues. Who's got that kind of money to throw around? Did I, Dan? Has pre-ordered Ghostbusters. He just answered my question immediately. All right, Dan is going to be the reviewer for Ghostbusters.
All right, Dan. Let us know how it is.
Yeah. Tsuki says they want firewall money. Afterlife was a good film, says Movie Master Mick. I watched it. I kind of was a little bit bored of it. It wasn't bad, but it was like, I think it was definitely more aimed for kids than the original was as well. But like it seemed to be going for like more of a younger crowd. Like the main characters were all like Stranger Things type kids, Decepticon says it's like 2 added DLCs from what I'm hearing that won't come out till late. I assume he means later. Wait, what was that? Who's picking on me? Says Donnie. Everyone's picking on you, Donnie. And Dead Dan got the deluxe edition as well. He didn't just pre-order the standard edition. He pre-ordered the deluxe edition, Dan.
All in.
But Dan does like his ghosts and his spooky things, so that's fair enough.
Yep.
Yes. We have seen his all his haunted house videos.
But if this comes out now tomorrow and it's like, well, this is a really good game, does this mean people are going to like relax when it comes to not getting review codes beforehand? Or
no, because it's just one out of a million that come out with no reviews, and then there's issues.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll say no.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, that Journey to Foundation, I didn't put it down as a topic, but apparently that's coming out tomorrow or whatever day it's coming out. I think like the review embargo might be the same day it comes out, so people are a bit suspicious about that as well.
That's weird.
Otsuki says tomorrow. Okay, so that game is coming out tomorrow, so that means the review embargo is tomorrow as well.
Ask for a code. Why don't you ask for a code for the Ghostbusters?
Nobody's getting Without Parole didn't get a code. For
you never know.
Just
nobody.
Once it's out, it'll ask for a code, but I'm not getting one before.
Right, before, bitch.
And this is from In Dreams, so I asked them for a Synapse code, and I didn't even get. Like, it was really hard to get a contact. He didn't even reply, so I don't even know if he saw it.
So, I keep trying, Pete.
So he's left the company since I don't even know who their new dude is. I have to track him down, or her. Then says it was free money. Work gives me pride points, and I get cash. Congratulations, Dan, on your pride points collection. So Tsuki gets the Coca-Cola points. Dan gets the pride points. Everybody's getting points except for me. All right, is there anything else to be said about Ghostbusters?
I hope it's good.
I hope it's good. I would like to. Like playing Ghostbusters in VR just seems like it should be like a no-brainer, but like it's kind of weird how it's like such a I don't know like kind of game. It's like.
Well, that's the problem, because for this, like you said, it's Ghostbusters. It's not some whatever thing. It's a big thing. So they have to charge $40 because they probably cost them a fuckload of money just to get the license.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're gonna make a project that you're gonna spend that much money and this shit, make sure that people are hyped and they're excited to spend, because the way that we should have been like, oh man, fucking Ghostbusters, like Firewall type of hype-ish. At least not that much, but at least more hype instead of, fuck, we don't know. Hey, Dan, hopefully the game is good. Let us know. We need to be way more excited for us to spend the $40. I just don't. Fuck. I hope it's good, but I just don't.
It just all goes back to Sony again, though. It's just like I'm kind of getting sick of the attitude about like it seems like they're just always like, oh well, the VR community will just buy it because that's what they'll just buy anything VR. It's just like so we don't have to like try to promote anything anymore. or like
Because we do,
make.
I don't, but unfortunately we do. We buy everything, Muzz, and we have, in my opinion,
I don't.
VR people have.
I
Well,
don't.
but in general, we have low. I like I said, I don't think so either. I don't barely buy any games, but I feel like the VR community, we have very low expectations compared to what flat is. So that's why we continue to get shit
I
games.
think
no
that
fun.
might be changing though. That might be changing though. Like I think if they want VR to be sustainable, I think they gotta put some effort in and do better advertising and get people excited about some of these titles because like they
Yeah.
Well, we
a Ghostbusters.
excused,
Yeah.
like we excused a lot of stuff on PSVR 1 because it was like, well, this is like running on 2013 hardware and it's using Move controllers. It's like there's only so much they can do.
Yeah.
But now it's like we got the PSVR 2 and we were expecting this big massive jump up, and so far we're getting Quest ports because Quest has been so dominant, and that's where all the games are going. So we're getting these fucking mobile. They're mobile games, really, is what they are.
Well, the fucking lizard people just spend all the money in advertising, and Sony spends nothing. They're little bitches.
Well, listen, they're spending money on at least on Capcom to get them to make a few games. I just wish they could do it to other studios as well.
Come on, they got money to blow.
By the way, we shouldn't rule out that this game has been made by In Dreams, and they've got a good track record. Like they did Fract, that was a solid game. Well, I only played the demo of Fract, but I enjoyed the demo of Fract. But they did Synapse a few months ago. Synapse is a really good game.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. So I know this is different because it's kind of multiplayer, and those other two were single player. I don't know if they have any other games that they've done in VR, but they've got two solid games. What'd you say, sorry?
It might be good, like you said, because of them, and maybe we'll end up, still $40 a lot. But if it's good and we all play it and there's like replayability and shit, I'll buy it.
But for $40, I think this is a smart one to sit and wait on, just to watch some reviews and watch some people playing it online. And
and if nobody buys it, it'll go on sale.
Before Phasmophobia got delayed, I had no interest in this game. But now that Phasmophobia is delayed, I'm like, maybe. You know, if any game's going to benefit from the Phasmophobia delay, it has to be this one because it's the closest thing to it. I know it's different, but still, you're ghost hunting basically with 4 people online, and it has crossplay and all that shit too, which is also worth mentioning and pointing out. That's a positive to have.
Yeah.
Let me catch up on some comments. Donnie says, "I get the no Simon points. We all get something." Fuzzy says, "Doesn't look like a good game to me." Decepticon says, "Break the chains, Muzz. Come to PCVR, the land of the free." Donnie says, "Sony's like it's all they have, so they'll buy it." Attitude. Dan says, "Tell him Dice." And Decepticon, Dan, you're playing PSVR 2 with us. Don't act like you're like him. You're not like him, Dan. Decepticon says, "Streamers are the 2023 advertising." Well, for VR, yeah, they're carrying it.
Yep.
And I just like to say I'm not against getting a Quest 3. I'm against not having the $500 to buy a Quest 3. That's what I'm against.
Fair enough.
So
don't forget that you need electricity to charge the Quest 3. So how much would it cost you to get a house? Add that onto the price.
You need electricity to play your fucking headset too, and it sucks more because you need your PlayStation as well. So shut up.
Okay, I'm just saying that's how you do these things. That's how you calculate the price of a headset. Is you add all these other things that you need. You know,
extra costs.
You need a television to set up the PSVR 2 the very first time as well, so you got to add in the price of a flat screen 50-inch television 4K HDR.
That's the only way. That's the only way you can set it up.
That is the only way. 8K maybe. I saw someone on Twitter made a good point that the PlayStation Portal thing is coming out. That little handheld thing that they have, you can stream it, but you need the PS5 to buy that thing. So it is €300, but then it's like, well, add the price of the PS5 onto it if it's like PSVR 2. Nobody's doing that though. Fucking bitches.
Well, no, I think that you should already expect that you need that. It's a streaming thing, not a...
Yeah, but that's what the PSVR
that's
2
point.
is as well.
That's the point, yeah.
It's an accessory.
It's an add-on. It's an accessory add-on.
Right.
They're targeted.
Well, that's
PS5
what I'm saying.
owners.
But you're saying... Right. But you have to get a PS5 for the Quest. You don't. You're talking about you got to get electricity. Okay.
No, I'm just making fun of the people who are saying, "Oh, you need to buy a PS5 if you want a PS4 2." So add that into the
or whenever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
yeah.
The people that say, "Oh, a PlayStation VR 2 costs like $1,050 because that's how much both of them cost together." They never separate them. But then when they talk about the handheld, it's just, "Oh, that's $200."
That's it. Forget the fact you need a fucking Bobo strap if you want it to be comfortable or whatever, and that's another fucking $80 down the drain and all this shit. They won't tell you about that. They won't say a word
I'm
about
okay
that.
without it. Now the battery sucks. That's
Yeah, it
that's
is.
my
You
biggest
you
thing.
can't do a round of walkabout mini golf. You
I
simply can't.
can't.
You can't.
Well, no. But listen,
Can't
because
get good.
my headset is destroyed. The battery of mine is
You're
there's an
losing.
issue with it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they,
but it
they
Those
shouldn't. It
updated
Quest,
shouldn't
they
be. It
updated
shouldn't
it.
be this. It shouldn't be
no.
that draining already. Like you haven't had it
No,
for
it's
that long.
fucked. It's fucked. There's an issue with it, and everybody's just like when you buy an iPhone and they only make it work like certain amount of time on
Yeah.
purpose, so you buy a new one. That's what they do with the Quest batteries.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
what I
didn't do
said.
anything fucked up, but just charge it normal, and then my battery
Sony don't do that
went
on
up like
PS4 too.
50% down. Same
Sony
with
don't do that,
Decepticon.
and they're going to
You're
do that
losing
to
a
your
course.
PS3 as well.
You're losing a
Yeah.
course every round of mini golf. You're
I
losing a
know.
course every round.
16 hole
17th,
and it's done.
15th,
In
13th,
in
10th.
in 18 months, when the Quest 4 is on the horizon, you're going to have that little sneaky update on the Quest 3 as well, and the batteries are going to start fucking dropping as well. You just
Well, I'm
watch.
not buying a Quest 3 for a while. I don't need it right now. I don't have money either way, but I'm gonna wait.
Understandable. Anyway, that's my weekly bashing of the Quest out of the way.
Talking shit about Sony and the Quest all at once, like every
Yeah,
week.
mad shit talk. Dylan Dan says I have a Quest 2 and 3 and a Sugar Mama. Damn, is she bringing in the bread, Dan? Fozzie Boy
Man.
says should have a
And
demo
Triple
if
D.
they want 40.
Like,
Every game should
what
have a
can't
demo.
what can't Triple D do?
That's right.
Gets in the money. Gets in the money and everything.
He gets to stay at home playing VR games all day long.
Sweet deal.
Yeah. Decepticon says Dan has it all. He does. That Bobo. We need to play Hard House level before Halloween. You mean the
fuck is
the
he
golf
talking
course?
about?
The widows wandering on hard mud. I'm down for that. If it wins the vote, it wins the vote. You know. Okay. Next topic is one that confused me earlier on today because I saw it on the PSVR Discord. Somebody had posted it there. It's like, oh, this game, which is called Rampage Agents VR, is coming out tomorrow, and it's coming to PC, Quest, and PSVR 2. However, the version they're talking about is only coming to Quest tomorrow. It's still in the works for PSVR 2. They're porting it over, but this game, which you see playing right now, you might not be too impressed with the this trailer. By the way, looks like it's flat. Like they're showing first-person gameplay, and it looks like it's been controlled with a controller or something. Like it just doesn't look VR at all. But anyway, out tomorrow, multiple headsets, not including PSVR 2. PSVR 2 version will happen. It's a battle royale game that's been described as a mix between Apex Legends and Borderlands. But from what you can tell, it's like directly ripping off Apex Legends, like very, very similar. Except with like brutal graphics, like Rec Room level visuals.
A little bit better than Rec Room.
A little bit. The characters look better, but the environments look very Rec Room-ish. But it's $10. At least the Steam thing is $10. It might not be that price when it comes to PSVR 2. What do you think?
What?
I don't know, man. It's
We don't have like any kind of a battle royale game on PSVR.
yeah, but I
You
mean,
need it.
Even if it's
why can't they like have a battle royale game that looks like a little better than this? Like,
Because nobody wants to invest the money because they're all bitching.
no, I know, but
Because the Quest has Population 1, and that game is really good, and it's fun as shit. So I think this is just some dude or whatever. I think he said he did it 3 years working on this or something. I don't know. But no offense, there's a demo out. I was going to try it. I didn't have time. And I didn't want to play it as much after I saw video gameplay. There's a demo, but there's nobody else is playing it right now, right? So this is a multiplayer game. So it looks like it can be fun because it's a ripoff of Apex. Like the different characters have different abilities, and it's battle royale, and it has some destructible environment, like one or two things. It can be fun because battle royale games can be fun, but it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, the graphics are, for me, you know me. I can, of course, dude. I would like better graphics. I would like, but I can still. The gameplay is solid and fun. Like you said, for me, Battle Royale on the Rec Room wasn't the greatest, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun
with that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
So if this game I don't know, I haven't played it. Fun gameplay, I think it could be fun regardless of the graphics, but I don't think so. I look at some gameplay and it looks shittier than this. This looks a little bit more polished. The gameplay looked like
But they've got the
I don't know,
they've
kind of
got that
shitty.
breacher's foam that you love. You can spray the door
But
with the
nah,
foam
Butcher's a lot
and blow
better.
it away.
Yeah.
This is very cartoony and the thing explodes, and which is fine. I like that there's that, but and I'm literally I think it's a rip off. This for me looks like a, let's say pre-alpha footage of fucking Apex, dude, or like the fucking vision of they wanted to do. That's what this game looks like to me.
You know what?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see the reviews. Steam has reviews. People, that's the good thing. That's gonna show how long they played it, and the people are usually pretty honest on the reviews there. So I guess we'll just wait. Because $10 is not bad, but if the game is worth it, like
What?
no shit. Right?
What annoys
Well,
me?
you can try it out and let us know
Fuck
how.
no, I'm not gonna spend $10 on this. I'm gonna get it hot and
No,
ready.
thank you.
Listen, I'm gonna wait for the reviews. Well, the good thing about Steam is, look, if the reviews are okay, or whatever, I'll spend the money, I'll play it, and then if I don't like it, I'll get a refund. That's one thing about Steam and Quest.
There you
it's
go.
good. You can get refunds pretty quick, so I'll probably do that.
Just to point out, you're a massive hypocrite, by the way. Anytime I criticize the Breachers visuals, you're like, no, that's so fun and all this kind of stuff. But then you're
Hey, wait.
what?
No, I say that I say that you're a bitch because you always complain about graphics. I say I really, for the most part, I don't care about the graphics.
Well, I
But
think
this
your big
looks like
complaint
shit.
here seems. What do you mean it looks like shit? Graphics?
Well, yeah, graphics.
Well, there you go. You're the
Graphics.
same as
I
me.
look.
You're no
No, I'm
different
just
to me.
no, because that's it doesn't affect me, but it looks like shit graphically, but it doesn't affect me. For you, I feel like
No,
you
listen, I'm interested in
became now a
this, by
little
the
bit.
way. Just for the
Yeah.
fact that it's battle royale, and what annoys me the most about this is that the developers decided like not to just focus on PSVR 2. They had the opportunity. I know I'm a PSVR 2 fanboy and everything, but they had the opportunity because nobody else has a battle royale on PSVR 2. They could have said, well, Quest has population 1, PC has a bunch of them. Probably I don't know the names of half of them. PSVR 2 has nothing. We can corner this market and we can build from there and then spread out to the other fucking platforms or whatever and cross-play and all that shit. But it's crazy that they just didn't
Because
do
they're too
that,
strict.
you know?
Sony's too strict, and the Quest and the Steam, they can kind of test it with. That's how it's been. Quest,
Like,
Steam,
is
they
this early
test
access?
shit.
Is this still like early access when it's releasing tomorrow? Maybe it is. I don't know. Like that.
I think
makes,
it's early access, dude.
okay,
I'm
that
not
makes sense
sure,
then.
but
That's fine. But
Does it have a launch? It doesn't have a launch date then.
well, they're saying it's out tomorrow.
they're saying it's out
Oh.
tomorrow. Let me see the Steam
They're not
page, but
calling
I'm
it
pretty
like
sure
a
when I
demo
looked
or
at it.
they don't even call it early access
No,
in
no,
the
no, no,
trailers
no.
or anything. So
Wait, what is this game called?
So it launches. It launches tomorrow. It launches tomorrow on everything.
Rampage what?
Rampage Agents VR.
Fucking weird ass name. Sorry, I don't mean to be mean. All right. Sorry, Muzz, what were you saying?
It launches tomorrow on everything, like including PlayStation VR.
No.
No
So,
PlayStation VR.
We thought it
Okay.
did because the fella who posted that on Reddit said it's coming out tomorrow. But we both of us, me and Jackbot, joined the Discord at the same time and asked them the same question, and they replied to us
Okay.
both saying it's coming to PSVR 2, but so it won't be tomorrow.
Okay.
They're in the process of porting this, but I don't know. You'd imagine it might not even start if they're like a really small team.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I think it is. I think it's just one dude, and the other people are just like, doing things here and there for him. But I think it's just one. But I'm not sure, dude.
Another small team making a VR
Alright.
game.
Rampage. So it says, holy shit, that's loud. It says early access game. Planned release date. No, I mean, but usually early access you can play the game, but then on the bottom it says planned release date October 26th.
Tomorrow.
So maybe it is a full review.
So, because there is a demo of it now. Like you could already have played the demo, I think. But the
In a-
like, it's
for
actually
weeks, I
launching
think.
properly tomorrow, which I never even heard about it until today. So,
I wonder why.
I don't know. Decepticon says it looks like some garbanzo beans, which I assume means garbage.
Yeah, because everything's garbage for him unless it's puzzle.
Mick says looks like a cheap Overwatch. It's 100% Apex. Like they're copying the pod thing at the beginning as well. You come down in them pod things. Roy Schwartz says Rec Room Battle Royale was where I got my nickname. Yes, it was. That's where the bags of ham came from. Feeling nostalgic.
Yeah, I go ham.
Yeah. Delight Dance says hit me up when you want to play Decepticon. I shouldn't have read that out loud. Wasn't for me. Don says I would love to see every game type. I would love to. I would so love every game type had great graphics, but if the mechanics work, it can make it fun. Yeah, Jack,
Yeah.
but don't be such a
Well,
snob.
if it has like solid gunplay, then yeah, like
Yeah, it's really hard to tell by this trailer what the gunplay is like. A lot of it looks fake. Like that doesn't look
yeah,
like
like it
actual.
has the guy's holding the gun and then it like slightly tilts and then tilts back again, like right
Yeah,
there,
that's not
like
real viewer. That's
doesn't
like
seem like
animated or something.
Looks flat.
LSB says if you are
maybe it
playing
is.
viewer for great graphics, you're doing it wrong. Maybe you're doing it wrong on PC, but I'm playing it for Gran Turismo 7, where I can see the interior of my cockpit lighten up when a car is behind me. I'm doing it for Resident Evil 8, where I can see the most detailed massive tits you've ever seen in your life.
Don't
The
worry,
veins.
LSB.
You can
Go
see the
being a
veins
hypocrite,
going
LSB.
through the breasts. What else what else am I playing? Resident Evil 4, when that comes out, that's going to be amazing. Horizon, I can touch the moss. You see all the little details of the moss growing, and Firewall Ultra, of course, with all the fucking details there. That's why I bought a new headset. That's why I went to the next generation, because I want next generation experiences. LSB.
Well.
And I refuse to be a bad guy for that. I won't take this. Breachers looks good in headsets, says Decepticon. LSB says even the best looking VR game can't touch most flat games in terms of visuals. Listen, it doesn't have to be cutting edge matching the flats. I understand
Half-Life,
that, but
Half-Life looks pretty good.
but better than what this is. PS4 level would be nice. LSB says Resident Evil 7 and 8 being prime examples of what can be done visually in VR. Half-Life Alyx
Exactly.
as well. The Sony process, says Donnie. And Chopped, how you doing, Mr. Chopped? Sup, y'all? This bullshit,
Chopped?
I'm not getting notifications for anything. What? Hell? Ghost cock. Chopped, I told you this in the Discord. Maybe you didn't see it yet, but I did say it was probably a skill issue and it's your problem, not mine. So figure it out yourself. Anyway, I don't know what it is. Donnie's having the same issue as well. I think it's must be a bug with YouTube. I don't get it. I don't know why it's doing that. It happens every now and again. LSB says that's a high watermark visually. Yes, it is, but let's start hitting that watermark. Listen, I don't expect these indie one-man studios to be hitting it. That's fair enough. But I just want to get away from these Quest Mobile looking games.
Well, tell your Sony people to
I've been telling
start
my
investing.
Sony people, they're not listening to me.
This is what we get then. Thank Zuckerberg for actually pushing VR. Otherwise, PlayStation VR 2 will be a lot.
Listen, I
worse
agree with
place,
that. I agree
feel
with that. I'm happy that Quest has been successful to keep VR alive. I think if
Me neither. I hate Zuckerberg.
what?
I mean, neither. I'm not happy that the Quest
No,
is
I
the
said
one. I
I
would
am
have preferred
happy.
that
I
Sony.
said I am happy.
No, I'm not.
I'm happy that
Well,
because
better than nothing. But
because like when PSVR 1 faded away, kind of stopped selling, Quest was there to like pick up the slack until PSVR 2 at least, and Quest 3 might do the same until the next PSVR 2 if there is one. There might not even be one.
yeah, but I would have
so-
preferred Sony to be the one.
Oh yeah, 100%,
doing the push
100%. But if the
Feel like
if
we
he
would've got
wasn't
more
there, like
quality shit.
maybe VR could be completely dead. Like if Sony didn't see the success of Quest 2, maybe they'd be like, well, we tried PSVR 1, it didn't work. VR is not ready yet. Scrap it. Put it in the back burner. Forget about it. So maybe we owe Zuck for PSVR 2. I don't know.
there's just too many people out there that are they just want VR to not be a thing. So it's
Yeah.
just hard to fight against the overwhelming masses that just push VR aside and
Gimmick.
don't even want to try it or give it a shot or anything.
Because they wanted to be like fucking crazy, unbelievable, realistic shit,
Yeah,
and
but
blah
they-
blah
they don't-
blah.
They don't know, they can't like mentally understand that this is the process to get to that stage, and they just want to like leapfrog over like
Mhm.
the course that VR is going to go through to get there, and they just want the end product. It's just
Well,
like,
but even like what we have right now, it's good. It's fun as
No,
shit.
absolutely.
So they're idiots. I mean,
I was blown away by the first time I played the PlayStation VR. Like,
the fucking shark thing. I was shit my
Yeah.
pants.
The fucking
And it
London,
looked
the
good.
London
too,
heist.
but-
the London Heist, that was the first one. I got to try it out, and as soon as I was sitting in the car and I was like reloading those little Uzis and shooting out the
Yeah.
windows and stuff, I was just like, I could just like suddenly see like this is the start here, and like imagine like in 5-10 years like where this is gonna go. Like how could you not be excited for that?
Pulling
Like
down
who
the
would
sun
play
visor.
that? Yeah,
Especially if you
yeah,
like
pulling on the
games.
sun visor or grabbing the
Right.
clips from the dashboard, like pulling the
Yeah,
dashboard down. Yeah,
That shit was.
Yeah, you would expect that if you like video games, you would have think it would be cooler to feel like you're part of them or more immersed
Yeah.
in them. But it's weird.
I just don't understand so many like the mentality of so many people that just see VR and just think, who cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Like I don't want to play that. Just, well,
Yeah. Oh, I look
Just-
stupid doing it. So that's dumb shit.
yeah, I don't want to look dumb in my apartment playing.
Fucking stupid. Yeah.
Chow says, "Did you attach brother to my ghost cock? All bells are
Brother.
on. Just sucks. I've been wanting to play. Even when you're there on time, you never play." And Chop Joe's like, "Oh, gotta have dinner. When are you gonna put your dinner aside,
It's
Chop?" I might start pinging like Rogue said in the Discord. I'll just start like doing an everyone ping if that doesn't annoy people when I'm going live for games, and maybe that'll help. Tsuki says, "Yeah, GTA coming out on Quest changed everything. That game's cancelled." Donnie says, "Pumpkin, you want new games, keeping up with new tech, a reasonable request." I think so too, Donnie. In fairness, we've had it. Gran Turismo 7, Resident Evil 8. We're going to have it again with Resident Evil 4 and Horizon as well. Like they're all there. It's just that I need more. I need the roadmap. What's 2024 looking like? Tsuki says, "Imagine in 5 to 10 years when Firewall Ultra has toggle grip." Get roasted, Mouse.
Red Matter 1 and 2. Those are pretty
Yeah,
awesome games.
they're-
You haven't played them yet?
I played one. I haven't
Oh, you played
two.
the first one, right?
But the
I'm
thing
broke.
with that is like it's it's very linear. It's like you're one person. It's not multiplayer. Not an awful lot going on. I mean, there's a bit of physics and stuff going on, but like, you don't have a body or just two hands floating as well. So there's no NPCs. It's all very well. Maybe there's NPCs in the second one, but in the first one there's not. Danny says VR can and will and is being used on many platforms other than gaming, but moving forward in gaming will assist the other platforms that much more. Yeah, I understand it's useful for like teaching and stuff like that, but I don't give a fuck about that personally.
I still feel like it sucks because, like you said, we like the community, the people that do the reviews and all those people, like those are the people that are pretty much keeping, for the most part, VR alive. Obviously, Zuckerberg is doing that, but I feel that we still kind of early. Like of course, we wanted more people because we want this shit to grow, but I think, unfortunately, that just like Kamas says, there's a lot of pushback, there's a lot of stuff, and it's just gonna take a while. But we see the progress. I mean, like you say, fuck. Firewall, even though it has some flat mechanics, in my opinion, it looks fucking amazing. Gran Turismo, Resident Evil, I haven't played it. But we do have those experiences that look really good. And not only that, we have experiences coming, like the skating game, right? So it's more like a simulation of skating, but okay, it gets me excited because, okay, now maybe in the future we're going to get a full-on like Skate 3 game. That game, fucking Ghost of Tabor or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's very early stages, right? The graphics kind of look like shit, and it's not Firewall, nothing like that. But the aspect of it, the way, all the VR mechanics in that game, all the things you can do, everything when it comes onto immersiveness, fuck, when we get a full game like that with all those mechanics, so it just gets me excited. But I wish we were there already, but I think it's just kind of unfortunate to take a while.
Yeah. Like anytime you talk about stuff like that, it's always like 10 years away. That's what it seems to be. You know,
because everything's getting made by like indie developers. That's why, because like no big companies outside of Capcom and like some other ones, like they don't want to invest in it because the numbers aren't there. Like, why would they design a game and take all the time to make something like that's really high end, and they know that the player base is already small, and then a smaller portion of that player base might buy their game. So it's just like, well, it's a hard sell on companies because not enough people are buying into VR, so it's frustrating. Very frustrating.
Maybe they're like, do we do flat?
Yeah,
right.
I know.
We need a Fortnite for like virtual reality's Fortnite. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Get them headsets moving fast.
Instead of Roblox, we should have got Fortnite.
We need a Grand Theft. We need a Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR. That's what we need.
Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft
Even
Auto 6 when it comes out.
Even put a Call of Duty, stick the fucking Call of Duty name on something and put it
Yeah.
as realistically as Call of Duty, and that will fucking bring everybody.
Hell, how popular Cyberpunk is right now. Sony should be going to
Yeah, CD Projekt.
CD Projekt and be like, "Hey, can you give us some VR support for your game?"
Dude, it fits the fucking theme of the game and everything, like that kind of
Yeah.
futuristic vibe. They got the viewer aspects in the game anyway. But anyway, as for Rampage Agents VR, I'm actually, if this did come out tomorrow for PSVR 2, I would be excited to try it because I just want a battle royale game for virtual reals again.
I'll tell you.
Does
this
it-
week, how is it?
Does it even have any information about like how many players can play it? Like what the player
I
base
found it
count
very
is?
difficult to find details on, at least on their Twitter from a bit
Yeah.
of scrolling. I think they're like
It's
a
on
foreign
the-
developer as well, so the English wasn't great in the tweets I was reading.
I think it's fucking groups of 4 teams of 3. I think it is.
4 teams of 3.
4 teams of 3.
We're talking 12.
I think that's what it is.
We're talking 12.
35 weapons, 7 categories: pistols, SMGs, rifles, snipers, launchers, flamethrowers. Over 100 unique items for you to gather. Random adventure, blah blah blah. Yeah, the heroes, all that shit. Apparently, there's boss showdowns.
Yeah,
How the
sounds
fuck
kinda
that
cool.
is? Yeah, but it doesn't say. But I did read some comments on some other Discord thing, and I think it's 4 teams of 3. Pretty sure.
Is 12 enough for a battle royale game?
If the map is if the map is, dude, sometimes I play, let's say, PUBG really quick. Sometimes, dude, I fucking hate that. I love that game, but I hate it because the map is fucking huge and you run for 45 minutes and you get shot in the back. And then there's other game modes that are smaller, battle royale but smaller. So I think 12 should be fine as long as the map fits the amount of players.
But there's something about the excitement of like there's 100 people there and you've managed to make it to like the top 10 or something like that, and it's like your nerves are on edge or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
if it's 12, you're not really going to have that as much. But
Depending on the difficulty, maybe it's very hard.
maybe
we'll
we
see.
don't know. We don't know. And this is
I'll
like
tell you.
heroes.
I'll
They've
tell you
got
next
like
week.
heroes as well with abilities as well, so it's not quite the same as Apex
It's
Legends basically. Anyway, next game, next topic. Alvo got an update like the day after we had the podcast. Halloween updates. It's out now, and the event lasts until the 14th of November. And in this event, you can collect 100 pieces of candy, and you'll get candy by killing enemy players, and they'll drop a candy. You pick it up. If you get 100, you can unlock another Easter egg dedicated to me, a pumpkin character. And not only that, but this update added a spectator mode, so you can join a match as a spectator, and you can just like randomly float around and watch people play.
Cool.
And I didn't go into the details because it's like a big change log, but like a bunch of fixes and improvements to quality of life and all that shit were changed as well in that last update. So
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't play this. I mean, I'm not surprised because there's just a lot more, but I'm not surprised we don't play this because it's.
I thought it would win more
fast-paced and
votes.
it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. No one seems to really be interested, unfortunately. But I thought it was pretty fun. Like I haven't really gone back to it myself, but I was hoping that the streams would kind of go to it once in a while.
Yeah.
But
Like, listen, maybe it will. Like we don't know yet, but yeah, yeah.
maybe now that there's a pumpkin skin, people will want to see the pumpkin skin. So
Maybe.
Well,
Because we don't have nothing like this, like fast paced like this.
I mean, I'll get that pumpkin skin in about like 5 matches, but maybe you can get it in like a few days or something. You know.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't play this more.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought it was going to
It is fun.
win these votes because we do that. In case anyone doesn't know, but everyone watching probably doesn't know that we vote on every game we're going to play every night. And Firewall wins a lot. Gran Turismo 7 wins a good few. We had poker winning not too long ago.
For
which
whatever
surprised me.
reason, never
Yeah.
ever gonna win a thing.
I never thought poker would come back again, but I was
Yeah,
shocked.
but when we fixed that chat thing, then it came back. Danny says it's real fast paced, and I love it. I have to get the skin, and then brain emoji for some reason. But yes,
Yeah, it's as close as we have to Call of Duty in VR for sure. Like the
Yeah.
pacing of the game.
And all the different stuff. I think they're doing a good job adding all the shit they're doing, and I think the scopes work pretty good. So
Well, even the scopes worked on PSVR 1, which was Like really surprising that they managed to get that working, but they did. And then they got all these like settings, like just an unbelievable amount of settings. You can just tailor it to however you want, basically.
Right. And another thing I want to point out really quick about that fucking only $5 upgrade, dude. That's fucking great. Because I got really bummed out when I heard about Racket Fury coming out. You have no idea how excited I was to play that game again and try it on the PSVR 2. And I'm not saying it's not worth the $20, but there's
No, it's 30. It went up. It went up in price.
Fuck me. Third, if you never play the game and you like table tennis and you really have the space, it's really worth the $30. But I'm not gonna pay him again because I don't have the money. There's a lot of other games coming, and it hurts me that I have to pay again for the exact same game, pretty much. So that's why this game another plus for me, because if you had it already, it's only $5 to upgrade. So
yeah, it's definitely worth it. Jump back in again for $5.
An easy choice.
I mean, you're gonna run into some hardcore Alvo players though that have been playing this since like when it originally launched, and they're gonna like clean the floor with you if you run into the wrong lobby. But it's still fun to play even if you get destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, it wins some more votes soon. LSP says I'm the only one that ever votes Alvo. That's not true. I vote for every single game. Because I have to make the emojis appear. Chop says, can't stay. Lady just pulled up. It's chopped time. Have a good night, y'all. This is why you wouldn't be able to join Firewall. Like, what's the chopped time mean? What does that mean, chopped? Anyway, good night. Enjoy chopped time.
Chop time?
Chopped time.
Well, he's gonna get
chopped.
He's gonna get sucked up. What do you mean?
Jesus.
What else do you think it means? He said, "My lady's here."
I don't think you'd be so graphic about it. All right.
I could have been more graphic.
There's children watching. Decepticon is watching. Decepticon, cover your ears.
Yeah, he's a disgusting old man. He knows all the.
Well, you're the child, actually, aren't you? You cover your own ears when you're talking like that.
No.
I don't see Mojo. Mojo's not in the chat. Don't worry about it.
No, SDS has popped up though, and I get the feeling SDS could be young. He says Alvo is not a bad game. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's super fun.
It is.
Vote it next time. Everyone vote it.
Yeah, we should vote next time for that. Anyways.
All right, moving on to the next topic. We're talking about Barbaria. Barbaria VR, which is supposedly coming to PSVR 2 now because it got leaked by, once again, what was it? Racket Fury actually got leaked last week because the trophies popped up on that website. And now the trophies for this have popped up on the website. So it's not official, but the trophies are up. So, it's coming to PSVR 2. And I had no idea what the hell this was. Apparently another game that's been out in other headsets for like earlier on this year. So for many months. It's been described as Gorn with RPG elements. So I don't know if you ever played Gorn.
Not interested in Gorn, but yeah.
I played it like everybody. Was that the game that everybody's like, when is it Gorn coming out and stuff?
Yeah.
I made a dream.
For a year straight. That's all you heard was like, when is Gorn coming out? Where's Gorn?
I think I played it on the Quest or the PC, and I was like, what the fuck? Is this what everybody's excited about? And I just did not like it.
Theo is dead.
Not for me.
But yeah, that was just like an arena though. So maybe this is better, obviously, because it has like, you're going around completing quests or something, I assume. I don't know. LSB says Gorn sucks. I never even bothered trying it. I think there is a free demo for Gorn if you want to try it on PSVR 2, but
do it.
Again, I'm not interested. SDS says, what happened with Ghost of Tabor? Got delayed for PSVR 2, got delayed to 2024.
That's good.
They're
Trust me, it's good that it got delayed.
and Quest versions.
They're doing updates though. They just put a new map. They did they added like a bleeding system now that depending on the caliber of the bullet, where it hits you, how many times you start bleeding out more, and like crazy. A bunch of different shit. Yeah, they're adding a lot of cool stuff.
That is cool.
If it hits your artery in your leg, you can like you just sit there and like in 5 minutes you just bleed out and you're dead.
Depends on where it hits you. I don't know the details specifically, but yeah, depends on where it hits you and what the caliber is and what your armor and all that is going to. Yeah, you're gonna bleed out.
And they're going hardcore in the simulation thing. I remember watching. I already said this, but you can like go to the sink in your safe house if you want to fill up your bottle of water, but the water is dirty. So what you can do is like make a filter, attach it to the pipe that's leading up to the sink, and then all that water gets filtered, and it's like you get clean water that
You
way.
can
But
do
you have
your
to
own
make that thing.
bullets. Yeah, you can make your own bullets. You have to load the magazines with that machine thing. You can buy guns and you can buy stuff, but you can also make a lot of stuff. It's Decepticon doesn't like that game. We barely played it. We only played a couple times, but there's a new map, and I like the concept. Again, there's a lot of VR mechanics that I love about that. There's just all the attachments you can think of. Like you said, everything is just, oh shit, you gotta make it, you gotta make this, you gotta create this. I like it.
Hardcore. It's hardcore.
While looking over your shoulder for other players that can just shoot you and steal all your shit.
Well. You have your base, and you have different doors that you have your armory, your medicine shit, and then you have locker rooms. And you basically what you do is you grab the weapons that you want to take. You don't have to take everything.
Yeah.
And then you go and basically you have to figure out your own shit and basically try to loot as much as you can or better weapons, all that shit. And there's some like boss or like harder NPCs there too. But you steal shit and then you bring it back. But when you're creating stuff, you're safe on your safe house. But yes, that's the whole thing about that game. You sometimes you're like, oh fuck, I need to extract, because you can't just extract right away. You have to go to an extraction point, and obviously there's people doing the same thing, trying to kill you and shit. So I like that type of shit. And I think it can be fun. You can fuck with people. There's proximity chat, which I love in games. So it's just rough right now, but it's fun, and it's gonna get better. So I'm glad it's not coming to PSVR 2, because it would have got shit on.
Yeah, well, I'm not glad that's delayed. I'm never going to be glad, because it's rough. It's rough now on Quest, and you're still having a good time, or you playing PC. I don't know. Like there's a certain amount of janky you can tolerate. Like even DayZ right now, which has been out for like 10 years, is still janky and all that kind of shit.
Well, case in point, Phasmophobia. There, case in point, that's jank, and it's still
janky as fuck, and you have great fun in that on PC. So there's a certain, like, as long as it's not broken or like the performance isn't stuttery as fuck, which apparently is what the issue was with Phasmophobia, so fine. But yeah. Anyway, we're talking about Barbaria. Ghost of War come into this.
We talked about everything except this game.
we were talking about the other Rampage game, and we talked about 30 minutes or something.
Decepticon says, never played this one, heard it was good. It's a real-time strategy / arena. It's real-time strategy?
Really? Where's my thing clicking?
So how does that work when it looks like it's all first person and you're just walking around freely? You don't mean RPG by any chance, do you? LSB says Ghost of Tabor has a lot of potential. It does. So when that game is out and Phasmophobia is out, I mean, we're gonna be spoiled for choice for what we're streaming that night, or every night, I guess. But yeah, nothing else to say about Barbaria. I don't think. It doesn't, like, it looks fairly polished from this trailer, at least. It still has that cartoonish style or whatever that you get the Gorn comparisons from.
Oh, the trailer's doing that thing with the real people, like, in the world with the VR headset on. The thing that I hate. Oh, I don't do that. I hate it so much.
What do you think? Is that good or bad?
I can't stand it.
But do you think if you're someone who doesn't have a clue about VR, do you think that helps them visualize?
I don't know. I think it just makes it look stupid for some reason. I don't know.
It's a little bit cheesy. But like maybe.
And then it's like
just help people. I don't know. Oh, there's the real-time strategy.
Maybe.
I see it there.
I don't know.
Okay, Decepticon's right. Which is rarely happens. Rarely happens. Anyway, what's not rare apparently are PlayStation sales on PSVR 2 games. So we already have one going on for like Switchback and all those, but more games have been added to the list. So I got this from Reddit from a user, the same user who did the last one a couple of weeks ago. So Orcade81 is his name. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read out all of these games that are on sale right now, and keep in mind this is for the US PlayStation Store. I don't know how many of these apply to Europe or other insignificant places like Australia. So the first one, Angry Birds VR Isle of Pigs, is already 25% off with $15. It's $15 now, and it just came out like last week. and it's already 25% off.
$15.
Does that mean it's not nobody's buying this? Do you think? And they're like,
I
oh,
played it. Well, no, who the fuck is gonna buy this? At this point, nobody plays unless maybe if you're like a family or a kid or something, or you want to just try it.
Kids aren't even playing Angry Birds anymore. That was like a thing 10, 15 years ago or something. It's kind of like early iPhone
a dying
days, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have a gift card and you have extra $15, you're like, what should I buy? What should I buy? And like, I guess I'll buy this one. Maybe like that.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
B99 overclocked. Never even heard of it. That one is $10.49 and is 30% off. Lowest price ever, apparently. Before Your Eyes, which is that unique kind of story game where when you blink, time advances or the story advances or something. They do some.
That one could be a good game to try out.
Yeah.
What's the price of that one?
That one is $12, which is 20% off.
$12.
So Cosmonia's High is also 25% off, $22.49. Creed Rise to Glory Championship Edition Deluxe is now $30, which is 40% off, and that is the lowest price ever.
Kind of expensive still, but it's a good game.
Well, that's the deluxe edition only, not the standard edition. So that's how they try and get you in.
They should have spectator mode, multiplayer with spectator mode, and do like a little tournament. You just rotate, whoever wins, stays, loses, and then like that. That would have been cool. But anyways.
Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue is $18, which is 40% off, which is a fairly big chunk. The lowest ever price of $2 apparently. Last Labyrinth is now $22.49, which is 25% off. This game I've heard about, Oregon Quarter. I've heard a few people mention it, but I don't think I've even seen a trailer for it. Apparently it's like a horror game that's supposedly decent. It's 25% off for $18.74. Resident Evil 8 is now 60% off. It is only $16. If you do not have this game, you have to. You
don't have it.
To do it.
Don't
get
have
it.
it
Do
yet.
us. And Decepticon says get Village and stream a jackpot. Do that.
Well, I thought I needed to play 7.
Fuck 7. Just get that because you
play
have the
8.
PS4 too.
I do, but I have Resident Evil 7 already in the PC. Do I need to play Resident Evil, any other Resident Evil, in order for me to play Resident Evil 8?
Probably 7.
No.
Or at least catch up on the story on 7 before you play 8 because it does continue on that story a bit.
I really don't give
But
a fuck.
listen, who gives a
much
fuck about the story in
yeah.
Resident Evil games? You know, they're all kind
But
of...
it's not even scary, I heard. What's the point? It's not scary.
What's not scary?
Resident Evil 8, is it
It
scary?
is scary.
Yeah, it is.
One part in particular is fucking... Like, it's up there as scarier than anything in Resident Evil 7, maybe. Maybe.
Okay. Well,
but overall,
shit
it's
in my
more
pants
actiony.
for
It's more
Resident
actiony
Evil
overall.
Okay.
But still, it has its moments, you know. But anyway, for $16, for fuck's sake, you have to do it.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Well, I don't have money right now, but I'll buy it.
Rob it from Amanda's purse. Rhythm Planet is $16 also, which is 20% off. Super Death Game Show VR is $5.70, which is 60% off. Lowest ever price, although I hear this one is not good. Synth Riders plus Complete Music Collection is $70, which is 30% off. So this is $100 normally, and it's down to $70.
Fucking expensive.
That's probably like a load of DLCs. The Room VR, which is a very good game, that's down to $17.09, which is 43% off. So that's like an escape room puzzle kind of a game. If you never heard of that one, I recommend it.
You streamed that one a while ago, right?
I did. Yeah, I never finished this, I don't think, but I was like, I made it to 4 out of 5 puzzles before I stopped. The Tale of Onogoro, which is 26.24. I think it's like an anime type thing.
Oh, it's sick. You'll love that shit.
25% off for that one. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Payback Edition is 25% off for $37.49. I wish they had more even prices. What's this $37.49? Just do 40 or 35 or something. Vacation Simulator is 25% off, $22.49. Second last one, we're nearly there. Very Bad Dreams PSVR 2 Enhanced Edition. Never heard of this one. It's $16, which is 20% off. And finally, Walkabout Mini Golf Hole in One Fall 2023 is $30, which is 30% off. Lowest price ever. Worth it. Do it. Buy it.
Every penny.
Important says PP got his ASMR voice on because the taser tots are sleeping. Am I trying? I didn't mean to. Maybe it's just the different mic. You're used to hearing me on the stream with the different mic. Warren says, thinking of getting Resident Evil 8, but I'm a pussy. Do it. Just do it. There's like a couple of scary parts, but especially once you complete it once, you get to keep all your loadout from the last game, and then all of a sudden you're just blasting bitches, like, because you get infinite ammo and all this kind of stuff. You got the Magnum handgun, you're just fucking.
Once you have a shotgun that's like upgraded and you have lots of ammo, you're not scared of much in that game.
Yeah.
It's really pretty awesome. It's really fun shooting the shotgun in that game.
Even just to go around looking at all the environments, like the castle, like the details of the castle is just fucking unreal. Like every wall is like white with all these gold fucking decorations, and it's just.
Is it the best looking game? What's the best looking
It's up
game?
there.
Don't tell me
it's up there.
It's up there. If it's not Resident Evil 8, then it's probably either Horizon or Gran Turismo 7. Like they're.
I would put
Even Firewall Ultra would be up there, but maybe not.
But Horizon is more obviously not the style of it is not as realistic. What's the style of? Because I don't watch any fucking trailers. I don't like spoilers. What's the style of overall Resident Evil? Is it kind of more realistic looking?
It's realistic.
I think Horizon is fairly realistic too. But Resident Evil, maybe it's more colorful. It's more colorful. But like Resident Evil it's going for that realism type look,
Okay.
Listen, there's a big
it's impressive.
vampire
It's
lady.
impressive.
She'll pick you up.
Well, actually, I have $5 on GameStop, so only be what? How much you say it is? $13.
$16. That's such a good game for $16.
$10.
That's only $10 for you. Have to do it. You have to do it
because I have a $5 coupon for GameStop.
There you go. Decepticon is saying play 7 and stream it.
I tried 7 and with the old computer with the Shadow, and it looked like fucking shit once I put the VR mod, because it's a mod. So maybe with this other computer, hopefully, but if it doesn't, I'll just play 8 instead. But I want to play 7.
I'm still holding out hope that Capcom will bring the Resident Evil 7 up to PlayStation VR 2, but
with the moves.
I know.
I would hope they do Resident Evil 2 remake and then 3 remake. And then 7. That's like in my order of what I want. Because if they're doing 4 and that was a third-person game, then they can do 2 and 3 as well.
Well, the 2 and 3 apparently, I don't know if LSB already played them in VR, but Decepticon play those. The mods. They told me they're they're really really good. So why the fuck can't they just bring them? They probably will, dude. The Capcom is fucking smart. They'll probably milk the shit out of them.
It's like they're probably just waiting for Sony to give them money before they do anything like that. Donnie says they dialed it back with Resident Evil 8, but it's $16. I assume you mean with the scares, and I agree. It's less scary than 7. Apparently 7 was too scary for some people.
But, for me, it was terrifying.
But listen, Resident Evil 8 has like one of the worst jump scares I ever had in Resident Evil 8. I completely wasn't expecting it at all. And it
for me, Resident Evil 7, I was new, and I've only played about an hour and a half. And it was like, for real, dude, I was like legit terrified a couple times because I'm new to VR and it was fucked up. Now it probably won't be as scary, but no, Resident Evil 7 was at least the beginning. So, like I said, I only played about an hour and a half or whatever until the bitch starts stabbing you. I had to take a break, and I was like, all right, I'll play this eventually. And then next Halloween, a year after, I was like, okay, I'll play it again. And I was like,
every Halloween you're playing.
And then every year I'm staying, and then I stop.
Play another 5, play 5 more minutes, play 5 more minutes every Halloween, and then
But listen,
wait until next year.
That first hour is the scariest part of Resident Evil 7, I think like then
when
you start getting guns and stuff. It's not as scary.
Well, like I said, I was new to VR. It was terrifying, dude. I shit my pants. It was bad. I didn't want to play it anymore. I was like, why the fuck would I want to be doing this with myself? Why would I want to do this to myself? But yeah, I'll play it again. And now I'll probably stomach it a lot more.
Danny says, Call of the Mountain was colorful. Indeed it was. I wouldn't call it like cartoonish, though. But like it's still very like high fidelity, high detail and stuff. Decepticon says you can play with high resolution skins and mod with your PC. Donnie says Sony is going to milk all the money they can out of the Resident Evil franchise. Listen, if they keep bringing Resident Evil games to virtual reality, then they can milk away. That's fine. Plus, they're like free updates if you already own the game, so I'm happy with that too.
What do you think the percentage is for PlayStation VR 2 games right now? For what's the percentage of horror games?
Jesus.
In total, like is the VR 2 just turning into like a device for horror game fans? That's basically what it's turning into.
Is 50% an exaggeration, do you think? Is that too much?
I don't know. It seems like it's a pretty high percentage of the games are going to be horror. I think.
But I agree,
Like,
Musk. But I take that than PSVR one, because PSVR one, all we had those nasty, no offense, like rail shooters or like just whatever. We had one
Yeah.
after the other
Filthy
after the
nasty
other
thing.
after the
No,
other.
I'm not saying that they're bad or anything. It's just
Yeah,
it's,
no,
uh,
we get a lot.
Well, it works really well in virtual
exactly.
reality. Horror is
It
just
it
elevated
does.
so much, like, you know.
And there's a
When
lot of
I
people
mean-
out there that love horror games on flat screen, and they can't
Yep.
handle
Yeah.
the horror games in VR
Yeah.
because it's a whole different story. So they're
What
Yeah,
what
not,
percentage of those VR scary games are good? A lot of them. I feel like for the other genres, it's
Yeah.
like a lot of them are shit. But it feels like the scary ones, for the most part, maybe because, like you said, Mus, it just works really good. That's the advantage of them, or just we're lucky that we just get good scary
Yeah, I
games.
think VR makes them better. Like, look at
Yes.
something like Dread Halls. If you were playing that for
Yeah.
us, you'd be like, Jesus Christ, what's this trash? But in VR, that little ghost, that pixel that's supposed to be a ghost that just appears behind you, you're like, oh fuck, that scared the shit out of me. You know, it's a
Yeah.
jump scare and it's cheap, whatever, but still, it adds the atmosphere and all that shit.
Yeah, I got scared with a cardboard ghost.
There,
and
yeah, cardboard ghosts and all that shit.
pu-
Yeah.
puzzle game, Decepticon.
That's what Dread Hall has, like cardboard.
I just don't want them to rely too heavily on just put out all the horror games for the VR headset, because like that's not going to overall help VR. Like
Oh, yeah,
it'll
okay.
have it'll have the small audience, but not everybody's going to get the VR headset looking for
Yeah,
the VR
yeah.
horror games, because not a lot of people can handle it.
I think
So-
the reason why we're getting so many is that so many of them are indies, and I think horror
Yeah.
is probably easier to make than a lot of other. Like, look at how difficult
Yeah.
a battle royale game would be compared to making a horror or something like
Yeah,
that.
you just
An
gotta-
open world game would be like really, really fucking hard to do.
You just got to have
Yeah.
some scary environments, good audio with like
Mm.
noises behind you, and then suddenly it's a scary game in VR.
Yeah.
That's all you.
And like
Yeah.
most of the time, you like don't even have to worry about NPCs or AI. You could just have one person exploring an empty environment, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
something pops up every now and again. It's like,
Yeah, it scares you.
yeah,
I'm surprised there was not a lot of well, I guess because we don't even fucking looked at them, but a lot of people didn't push VR scary games and dreams, because that could have been easy to do, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I remember playing the PT. Someone like recreated PT. Well, no, it was it
Right,
wasn't
but that
perfect
was
or
not
anything,
like a lot of people doing that in the VR community, like putting shit like that. I don't think so.
Okay.
That's
Just-
another one that the Quest has that I really am jealous of. They have like the PT, not like a user created game, but someone actually took the game PT and like turned it into a VR game now. Like it's like the actual PT game. And you can play it in
Doesn't that
VR.
only run on PS4?
I don't know how they did it, but I was watching. I'm pretty sure I saw it on GT was playing it, and it was like the legit game. Like it looked exactly like.
It wasn't
PT.
recreated in like Unreal Engine 5 or something like that.
No, I don't think so. And like to me, it looked like if it was like like meticulously done. But it was like he was playing PT in VR, like the same like quality of visuals were there. Like even when he went into the washroom and you see like the creepy fetus thing in the, it looked
Forgot about him.
it looked exactly like it is in flat screen. And I was just like, damn, how does this always happen? Like people can make crazy shit. Just turn anything into VR now.
I didn't know they had that shit running on a PC. Tsuki says Resident Evil 7 and 8 VR, neither are all that scary. Well, look at Mr. Tough Guy over here.
Nothing is scary for Tsuki. Tsuki, Phasmophobia is not as scary. He goes in there by himself. He doesn't care. He doesn't get scared, you know.
Important says Resident Evil 7 when you wade through the neck high water is the worst. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. But that was peak. You know, they were really building the tension for that first hour. Like something's going to come and get you any second now, and that went on for like ages. Donnie says 70%, but I think that's an exaggeration, Donnie. I think 50 is probably too much
70%
as well.
horror games.
Uh,
That's too much.
Decepticon says, I'm here first. Decepticon's enjoying the horror games. Durbin Brown is here. He says, yo, Ghostcock, how you doing? Durbin Brown. Important says, horror games are easier to make. That's why there's so many. That and wave shooters. Wave shooters is obviously what he meant.
Shooters.
That's the
Yeah.
ones, yeah.
LSB says Dice is addicted to horror games and VR. Danny says exactly. That's not towards me. Decepticon says he played it. It's the legit version, but it's wonky.
Yeah.
It made me feel sick as a muh, which means motherfucker apparently. So it's a wonky version on PC, but still impressive. LSB says motion sickness is for pussies. Damn, get roasted, Jack or Decepticon. Sorry, I'm so used to Jackpot getting roasted. Suki says I've said Phasmo is scary alone. Newer Resident Evil games just were not scary. Were predictable but fun.
Yeah, for $10, probably worth it.
Do it. Do it. Speaking of scary games, where the fuck is Madison VR? Where's the release date? Where is it? Why aren't we playing this game? Why don't we know anything about this game? What's happening?
Why does it keep happening? Why do games keep like not having dates?
I was certain, and I could be wrong. I was certain that somebody said this is coming out around Halloween. Now maybe it was just like a rumor. Nobody official actually said that. But what's interesting is apparently when I was searching this up before we started, because I was like, when is this game coming out? Shouldn't it be out this week? I found a post on Reddit, and this poster on Reddit took a screenshot from a GameStop leak, basically. So GameStop leaked a listing for Madison VR. Apparently it's called the Cursed Edition, and it's available for pre-order. Well, it was when it was leaked, and the date is the 5th of December, and it's $50 apparently for this Cursed Edition. So I don't know if the Cursed Edition is like more expensive version, and there's a standard version that's cheaper. But according to them, 5th of December. Now, if it was a placeholder, it would normally be like the last day, like the 31st of December. So the 5th is more specific. It's kind of more credible, I suppose. I don't know. And the fact that we haven't heard anything about it since, obviously it's not coming this week. We're not hearing about it this week. And Perp Games are the ones who are pushing us. If you look at their Twitter or whatever, they're just pushing that Happy Funland game that's coming out.
Mm-hmm. Looks good though.
In a few days, that Happy Funland one. Do you mean Madison looks good or Happy Funland looks good? Happy Funland.
Happy Funland looks good.
Okay. All right.
Madison looks. I mean, for what I don't like spoilers, especially a scary game like that. But from what I've heard and everything, I mean, isn't it pretty much the flag game?
I've never played the flag game though. Have you played it?
I know nothing about Madison, so let's not
I've
put any.
heard good things about it.
If you look at the trailer though, they've added VR interactivity. Like you're shaking the photo in your hand to develop it, and you're moving things out of the way with your hands, and it's like
I think it's
physics
gonna
and
be
all this
good.
kind of stuff. So it's
gonna be
not
good.
just
You know
a
the price?
straightforward. Well, according to this, it's $50 for the Cursed Edition, but I don't know.
Ouch. Oh, the Cursed Edition.
Well,
It's
I
probably
don't know
gonna
what the normal edition
40?
is.
30?
So if there is a normal edition, probably 40, if that's correct.
That's a
and
lot
for all
of
I know,
money.
this is a Canadian GameStop, and they kind of up things by $10 as well, don't they? Compared to ye.
Yeah,
So
prices will.
There's too much in the
I
air.
think
be higher.
$24.99 would be the perfect price. I think it's gonna be 30 to 40.
30 to 40. Well, this is like a proper. I don't want to say AAA, but this is not indie, is it? Would you call it?
No, I don't think
it looks good.
It
looks
looks like
quality.
it's really polished. It's going to
Yeah.
be like, I think it's going to be a step even higher than the Propagation Paradise Hotel.
Yes.
Like in terms of the quality.
Which, by the way, was really good, really nice.
Yeah, and that's a good looking game too.
By the way, keep in mind that Madison, the flat version, at least, is scientifically the most scary game ever made. They tested it with they got a bunch of people and they had to raise different games. I think they made them play like 40, 50, something like that, 75 games, something like that. And they gave each one a rating based on how scary it was, and this one came out on top. So, so there you go. Decepticon says it was Here They Lie. It was Here They Lie. Sick news. What?
Hear that lie.
Remember, Here They Lie was the launch game on PSVR 1, but I don't know
Yeah.
what he's responding to.
I didn't mind that game. It was kind of. It was kind of decent.
Sickness is what he's trying to say. Sorry. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
complaints about Sickness, yeah. For that game. LSB says, holy shit, $50? Well, that's the Cursed Edition now. So I don't know what the normal edition would be. Fozzie Bear says, looks interesting. I think this is high on my list of, well, it was one of my favorite, like the ones I was looking forward to in October, along with Phasmophobia and Vertigo. And none of them are coming in October anymore. At least we got Propagation. That was like a nice surprise. I heard it was decent on Quest, but I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. So I'm happy with that for October at least. But yeah, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is Madison? Maybe they're just waiting for Happy
Late
Funland.
2024, February.
Because this game probably competes directly with Happy Funland. They're both horror games in VR, so they're probably like, okay, get Funland out of the way first. Once that's out, we'll start talking about Madison. Start promoting this a bit.
Nah, but October, it's bigger than competition. You gotta release scary games in October. Fuck the competition.
Are you saying you won't buy a game that's scary outside of October?
I will, but it will incentivize me more subconsciously to buy during spooky season. Like when you're spooky season, you want to watch movies, scary movies.
Don't you
know.
find
It's the perfect Christmas. It's the perfect Christmas game. It's like you play it on, play it on Christmas Eve, getting ready for.
with all the fucking kids, you know.
Don't you
Yeah,
remember-
let all the kids, let all the kids have a turn, getting scared.
Don't you remember Christmas Carol with the three ghosts? You know, spooky. The
roasted
Ghost
me.
of Christmas Future was terrifying. You know, when you were young, at least, it scared me.
Never watched it.
Uncultured swine. SDS says you will shit your pants. Don't ever threaten. Don't threaten me with a good time, SDS. Decepticon says looking forward to it. SDS says I played it. It's so scary. This is more scarier than Resident Evil. I think the thing with this is it's probably like more reliant on jump scares compared to Resident Evil, which can be scarier, but people find them a bit cheaper. You know, I don't know. Decepticon says
both.
Krampus. I think there's something scary about Christmas time as well, though. Not like horror, but you know, there's a creepy kind of like there's a lot of ghost stories at Christmas as well. You know,
It's a good one for the kids to play around the holidays.
There
That's
you
for
go.
sure.
There you go. Tsuki said,
Put little Timmy in it and say, if you can't last 5 minutes, you don't get any presents tomorrow.
"No turkey for you this year, Tim."
Don't get scared now.
Madison does have a gift box in the trailer, so Christmas confirmed. So there you go. You can see a little bow on it too. And Fozzie says, "Silent Night, Deadly Night, great movie." There you go. So you're just all proving my point that Christmas is a good time for horror as well. November too. All winter really is good for horror. And that's it in terms of topics to talk about. All we got left is the fax machine. So you know what that means. Shut up for
Do
12
it.
seconds.
It's that time again for questions and topics
already
submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
Talking
Anyway,
yourself
there we
in the
go. We're
mirror.
back. We're back again. And let me open up the Discord app and see what we have. I know we do have something this week. Multiples.
Do it.
We got multiples, and we have a new one since we started. Excuse me. So the first one is from Jeremiah. Thank you, Jeremiah, for entering the fax machine. He says, "Into the Radius is the best VR game ever made. Why is this not on PSVR 2? Oh, sorry, no, I skipped one. Well, we'll do this one first anyway. But remind me I skipped one. So, does anyone want to take that? First?
What? The Into the Radius?
Yeah.
Into the
According
radius.
to Jeremiah, it's the best game on VR, and he wants to know why it's not in PSVR.
Well, do you know what it is? It says it's a single-player survival shooter. I don't know.
To be honest with you, I'm googling it right now. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I'm
is Into
fucking
the Radius?
looking
I've
at
never heard of
Steam.
it.
Hey, look, Steam, very positive reviews. It says, for people that are worried that it'll be too scary, don't worry. Most of it will go away after a bit, blah, blah, blah. So apparently it's like a ish scary. It says, walk, scream, shoot, loot, repeat. Yeah, it's a good game.
It's on Quest, apparently.
So on Quest and on the PC VR as well. $30.
Let me see what his question was exactly. Why is this not on PSVR 2? Well, why is anything not on PSVR 2?
Yeah.
You know, why
this
is
is-
Half-Life Alyx not on PSVR 2?
2020 game, so
This is a 2020 game?
Just like
I
Half-Life
do
Alyx.
remember this
20.
game. I do remember this game now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, why didn't this come to PlayStation VR 2?
yeah, maybe the
Well, it's a
budget's not
question.
there.
It's a question.
And it's weird because it's good reviews, so I don't know.
Yeah, you fight those
Best-
like weird, like glitchy black, like weird creature things that look like they like move around all weird.
Well, and it looks like the like inventory system. You got a backpack. You can individually grab items and put them. And it has a lot of apparently 2022, 21. It got some awards. best VR category, blah blah blah. So it looks like it is a good game.
Yeah, I've completely
It's a
blanked
good
on that.
question.
But yeah, we should probably add that to our begging list along with Half-Life Alyx and what else
Yeah,
do we want?
let's start relentlessly emailing the developers.
Harassment
CM
campaign.
Games is the name.
Find out where they live in
CM.
real life and start ringing their doorbell. So this is the one I skipped. Sorry if the answer's not good for that, Jeremiah. I'm not educated enough to know about Into the Radius.
Nothing.
If they don't come to PSVR 2, I kind of don't have interest. Unless, well, I probably should have known about that one because apparently it's a big, good one. Anyway, Void Citizen. Sorry for skipping your question. He says, "How are you preparing to transition into a breachers focused channel?" And who's laughing? We've got some laughing emojis. Who's laughing at that?
Damn.
Rogue, Brave is laughing. LSB is laughing. LSB or Deuce Dre with the hourglass emoji. And Donnie face palming. Listen, I'm looking forward to playing Breachers. I'm looking forward to adding this to the rotation. I don't think it's going to dethrone Ultra as the game that I want to keep going back to progress. You know, especially if Ultra keeps bringing out the patches and improving over time. But like with Pavlov, Alvo, I'm just happy that they're in the mix. You know,
And it will give us a bigger player base to play, so it's nice.
Yep. And it is a
'Cause we don't-
solid option. It's not like no offense, like poker is a good game, but we barely play that shit. I think that this game is gonna be a popular one, like Firewall, like
Yeah.
Gran Turismo, like Pavlov and stuff.
well, I
We
hope
can
so.
have 10. We can have 10 people join, and we're not have to worry about XP because all the guns are just there, like Pavlov. So
Yeah, so
Don't
we
have
can
to
just
worry
do
about
privates.
them,
Just go
Kathleen.
straight to
yeah,
privates.
just do private matches. You don't have to worry about going into public and only having 5 people.
Right.
LSB says
Kathleen
Breachers still
stealing
doesn't.
everything.
No Kathleen. Kathleen's not needed there.
Yeah.
LSB says Breachers still doesn't have a progression system. It's supposed to be coming though. So once the progression system does come, then all of a sudden are we going to be worried about playing privates, or is it just going to be like
Nah.
cosmetic stuff that you progress towards?
No, because
Playing with
when
privates.
because that's how it is. You just go to lobbies and you play. It's not like the
but
lobbies.
he's
I think you
saying-
might be able to make it private, but I don't think there's a difference between progression or not wherever you
Oh.
play. Because in Fireball, it's you go to the lobby normal or you go to the private one and you create it and you start inviting everybody. This one, there's a browser and you look at all the lobbies, all the names. You can create your own, and then people just start joining and joining that shit. So I don't think there's gonna be, when they do progression, a separate thing that we're gonna be like, oh fuck, we can't. It's gonna be the same thing in my opinion.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about this one, Muzz? Breachers? And it's not even a serious question, really. It's just a poke fun of Firewall Ultra, I think. But go on.
No, I think it'll be a great game to add into the rotation, and I've wanted to play this ever since I first seen it being played online. So yeah,
Alright.
like as soon as I saw, I think it was a GT playing it. Like when I first saw him, he swung through the door and he like broke through the window, and as he was swinging in, he like shot somebody, and it was just like, hey,
Yeah.
that is
Day one.
sweet. I want to play it.
I'm
Yeah.
sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool tactical stuff, especially
just
if you
really
talk
cool.
to your team. You know, somebody breaches in with the thing, throw a grenade flash, and you come in like fucking John Wick and just, pop some people. It's
Just
pretty
makes
fun.
me-
But
Just makes me think.
The only thing that's missing is you should be able to rappel down the wall and come up to a window and then like flip upside down and then shoot like upside down
right,
through a
like in
window.
Rainbow Six, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
And then like in Rainbow Six, yeah. That would be amazing if you could do that.
Nice.
Maybe a future patch, someone tell them to do.
Yeah, that could be an easy patch to do. I'm sure when
But they're-
when it comes to PlayStation, they're gonna have more money and people are gonna, start asking for stuff, and the game is just gonna grow more.
So we've got right now we've got 6 games in rotation that we vote for. So when Breachers comes out, that's 7. Ghost of Tabor makes it 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Phasmophobia makes it 9. I know it's going to be a while, whatever. But my point is, compare that to what we had on PSVR 1. Like, how many games are we going through?
I think
we didn't have the
Firewall.
vote back then or anything. but
Firewall,
it
that was it.
There's a
was
little
it.
bit
And
of
we had
Werewolves
and
Within
we
for a while.
and we had Alvo. We had Alvo come and
But
go.
that came
but
in
it
so
never-
late.
played
Alvo
Alvo.
came in really late.
Yeah, and it never really made a dent in 0 hours. So
No.
yeah.
So just
Yeah, no, it's
compared
good.
to PSVR 1, we got so much more choice. It's crazy.
And that's just multiplayer good games, because there's fuckload of single player games too. So I think we're eating.
Yeah. I did say
Yeah.
werewolves. I did say werewolves, Decepticon, but
The only thing we're lacking of right now is more information about like actual like Sony made big games that they're making themselves outside of like all these good
Right. And I think
you know.
social games we need like a like a
VR
VR
chat.
chat, like a big screen, do big
werewolves
screen
within.
VR.
You see werewolves within. Though.
Right, right. But even in big screen, they do like okay, oh, because Sony, the same thing, the gambling thing, right? Oh, we don't want poker stars, and eventually it worked out. It doesn't matter. I don't care that they don't let you stream from your PC, whatever. Let us fucking have official Sony movies and charge us fucking $2 to go in. I don't care, I'll pay, but if I can go in with my friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that'd be
can work
cool.
around it, but I don't know.
Because they
dude.
didn't. They just launched a service there for movies. Like if you have PlayStation Plus or something, you can get like PlayStation Core. You get a subscription to their movies, so
Right.
it'll let you watch that now. You know.
Well, and didn't we have didn't a trailer came out and everything about big screen coming to PlayStation VR 1 a long time ago, remember? And then it just kind of disappeared like Poker Stars?
There was definitely an
Yeah.
announcement. I don't know if there was a trailer, but they
Yeah.
definitely said it.
Well,
Was
there was an announcement. They were saying that was coming, so I don't. At least it gives me hope. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you that that's a really like. Can you imagine movie nights doing it on the thing?
Yeah.
It would be a lot more
Sick.
fun.
By the way,
Yeah, big,
he reminded me when you said social games. Among Us, that's another one. We probably add that to the rotation as well. So there's like 10.
oh,
games.
Among Us is going to be fun as hell.
Yeah.
I wish that would come out already. Like, why is that game
I know,
not
why
out
the
yet?
For the
fuck is it
1 year
taking so long?
exclusivity with Meta, I bet you that's what it is. So November. I bet that's a November game. But they won't tell
Yeah.
you until it's up.
Yeah, can make sense for Christmas.
So third question from Brave Sir Robin, and he actually has two questions. So his first question is, what was the last book you finished? For me, it was The Stand by Stephen King. And that was years ago.
For me,
I haven't read a book
Stephen
in years
King.
ago.
For me, it was the Timothy Zahn Thrawn books for Star Wars Thrawn novels.
Damn, Star Wars
Tongs.
songs. It's the Star Wars
Thrawn.
Star
song.
Wars tongs. It's just pictures.
Thrawn.
Just pictures
Thrawn.
of Star Wars ladies wearing
Alien,
tongs in every
alien,
book.
fucking.
Hey, that would be a good book.
songs
That would be a really
awesome.
good book. You would read it.
Yeah.
You would read it
Star
too.
Trek tongs. All right, I'm there.
No,
Jackpot.
Thrawn.
Can you read Jackpot? You got like a pop-up book.
I don't. In Mexico, I don't fucking remember the names. And in high school here, fucking, I remember the names during high school. But after high school, I didn't read books.
You didn't read book Goosebumps. You want to read Goosebumps?
Fuck no. I've heard about that. But no.
El Goosebumpo, maybe it was called back in the day.
No.
Donnie
I was
says
like, fucking.
Jackpot was an article in High Life magazine. There you go. I don't know
High
what High
Life.
Life magazine is, but probably Stoner magazine.
It's a megas. Yeah, it is.
There you go. Ridiculous. Ridiculous that you have a magazine. Imagine cigarette smokers having a magazine. Ridiculous.
Well, no, because it's a whole industry that doesn't kill you.
Tobacco's an industry too.
Yeah, but it kills you.
Everything
Gives you cancer.
You know, breathing kills you. You know, living kills you eventually. You know.
Whatever.
Brave Sir Robin's second question is: what is the most dangerous animal you could kill in hand-to-hand combat?
Dangerous. Like,
The
are
most
you saying
dangerous.
what are you referring
That's
to
the
as
question.
dangerous?
That's the question. Listen, he didn't give me any more details.
Okay. So let's say
Yeah.
if you get it against a fucking bear, nobody will win. But fuck, I don't know. Because a cat is little, and you probably can kill a cat with your own hands, but a cat will fuck you up.
But is it
dude.
the most
Cat-
dangerous that you could kill with your bare hands?
The most
that
dangerous.
I can kill.
I'm gonna say like a black mamba snake, because if it bites me, I'm fucking dead. So that makes it super dangerous. But I could just stand on its
Yeah.
head. If I stood on its head before it got me,
That's
I could
fucking
kill it.
lame.
How was that
You
lame?
need to say something like,
How was
you're
that
supposed to have an animal that you have a fucking battle and you
Oh
barely
my God,
survive and you
snakes are
choke that
fucking-
bitch out and you're like,
snakes,
oh,
listen,
okay, like,
if I miss the stomp, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
but it's like, oh, you're fuck. Oh, I got stung. Oh, okay,
Alright,
let me
fine, I'll
see.
change it to a
Nah, it's
badger.
like that's
I'll change it to a
fucking lame,
badger.
you know. You're
How
supposed to
about a
have a
badger?
fucking battle for life.
You want a badger?
A sloth.
A badger.
Cousin Badger? Cousin
Cousin badger, yeah. Pumpkins
A
could
ferret.
F up a duck, says Fozzie Bear. A duck? Yeah, I could take a duck, but I could do more dangerous.
I'll
things.
say
Swans are
I'll
more
say
dangerous.
a Canada goose, because you guys have no idea how fucking terrifying those guys are.
They're aggressive. Would you take one? Would you snap a snake, Muzz?
Yeah, but they would probably bite my fingers off in the
Have you
process.
seen the inside of their
Spike.
mouth? What the fuck, dude? They're scary.
They got like a tentacle-looking things in their mouth. Is that it?
Oh, they got teeth. I think.
They're
Oh,
just
like
they just
sharp
don't give it.
They got teeth. Big pearly
One
whites.
time I was skating next to a little park thing, and there was a bunch of swans on one of those, and one came at me hiss. I didn't know those fuckers hiss.
Yeah,
It hissed at me, opened its mouth, and it was a fucking alien in there. It was not a normal mouth. I was like, holy fuck. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to fuck with those.
Yeah, like they'll literally stop traffic here. Like they'll be like just walking across the street with like a whole bunch of traffic stopped, and no one's gonna get out of the car and try to like, brush it off the road. You have to sit there and just wait for it to like finally just like
Do their
decide to
thing.
walk off the road. Yeah.
Would you take a group of geese? Like this, there was like
No,
three
man.
or four of them. Could you?
They'll gang up
could
on you.
handle that?
They'll gang
They'll
up on
fuck
you.
up, and they'll just start fucking.
They'll
taking
pull
chunks
out
of
like a
meat.
switchblade somehow and stab you.
Damn. Badass.
How about, what would you prefer, to fight a geese like that, or a rooster, like a fighting rooster, but with, you know, they put like fucking blades on their feet? What would you prefer? Because those
I
fuck
would
you
do
up.
a rooster any day over
Yeah, rooster,
over
'cause
a goose.
Yeah,
They can't actually
just
fly,
kick it.
can they? They can like just get to high ground and like throw a stone.
they
down
can
top
get
of its
like
head.
about here, but the problem is that they go like this, and when you go to the fighting, they actually attach. I don't know if you've ever seen or know about this, but they attach very, very sharp blades to their feet. That way, when they fucking go and fight, and they actually fucking.
But are they going to cut
It's
like
a knife fight.
If I'm wearing like denim jeans, are they going to cut through that? You know,
It's you're naked. You're
I
butt
have to be,
naked.
you never said I had
You're
to be
butt
naked.
naked.
That fucking rooster is not getting through my jeans, and my leg reach is way better than his leg reach. So I just fucking kick him away. He's not getting past me.
Kick it, yeah, just kick
Get out
it
of
like
there.
a football.
Kick
Yeah,
the shit
that's
out
all
of
you
him.
got to do.
Kick the shit out of him.
That's what the movie Child's Play or Chucky. I was like, what the fuck? It's like a 1 foot doll. Why don't you just sucker kick him? Like what?
Yeah,
How is this
it's
thing so
unrealistic.
powerful?
It's unrealistic. He doesn't even have supernatural abilities, does he? Other than possessing a doll. Like he doesn't have super strength or anything.
No, he's just a doll.
Yeah,
It's just
so
dumb.
it's always been a stretch for me to enjoy Chucky movies. Chopped over here
Chucky.
saying, I'll fight a bear. Focus. I'll go out like a boss. Back to chop time. But his question was, what's the most dangerous animal you could kill? So if you're saying you go out like a boss, listen, we could all die to a bear. Chop. That's not the question. That is not the question. What could
What
you
do you
actually
actually
kill?
think you can?
Probably a kangaroo. It'll be really hard. You probably have to
fuck
choke
you
him
up.
out.
No,
They're just pure
kangaroos
muscle.
will mess you up. Yeah.
They are
I
pure
know, but-
muscle. They'd rip you apart.
Yeah, they're like bodybuilders, dude. They're
Shit,
fucking
like, you might
scary.
like there was that video of the fellow who just boxes one cleanly to the face and it just like stuns him. But
Yeah,
you'd have to.
Or they just do that lean back thing on their tail and just like use their hind legs just to like kick you, and you're just
Brains
and you just
are-
like go
brains are
blind.
shattered.
I've
Yeah,
heard it can cut
just
you open.
done.
Don't they have like claws and shit? Like that shit will cut you open too.
Yeah, very
Kangaroos?
nasty.
Yeah, I've
They do.
heard. I don't know.
Supposed to like rats. They're
Let
big
me
rats,
Google
aren't they? Like rodents.
it. I don't know.
We need Rogue. We need
On
Rogue.
steroids.
We need Rogue in the chat to tell us about his last fight with the kangaroo and how it went.
Damn. What's the most dangerous spider in the world? I'd probably be able to kill that too.
Yeah. Well,
A black widow.
Easy.
no, there's much worse than a black widow.
In terms of spiders.
I'm sure there's like
I think black mamba's a mamba or mamba. I can't remember, but I think that's a good answer.
Daddy long legs.
that is a good answer.
Long legs. You wouldn't be able to take a daddy long legs. You would not be able to take a daddy long legs.
Yeah, do they have fucking big ass claw things, the fucking kangaroos? So.
Decepticon says the lake here gets filled with Canadian geese. Do you fight them? People can
It's
wrestle
good.
with the gazer, says War Room. Wrestle
Yeah.
with the gazer, sorry. But that's
No, I
like,
don't
they
think
come
I-
in different sizes though. If you get like there's like them giant ones that would just eat you. They look like dinosaurs.
They are.
Swans are worse as Decepticon. Than Canadian geese?
Swans are pretty bad, but they don't act like assholes like the geese do. So that's why it's always about the geese. Like they're
Sorry, I'm reading, so
even when you're just sitting in a park, you're just trying to have a good time at a park. Like they'll just like walk up on you and just like
start shit.
Yeah, just like make you get up and move because you're uncomfortable, kind of like, and they're just like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
Spitting you.
Yeah, basically, like.
Chap
Oh,
says
shit.
that if I was to kill a wild beast, it would be the crazy Irish man, bigot. Absolute biggest answer. Donnie says it's a baby kangaroo. Don't make it sound better. A shark on land. Damn, that's a cheating answer, but it's a good one. But even a shark on land, I wouldn't risk
They
it.
get you, rip your fucking.
They're gonna flail around like crazy, and
Yeah.
if they get their jaws on you,
Or even if
then
they
it's
smack you
still
with the
over.
tail.
Yeah.
Like, that'll hurt, you know? Kangaroo would fucking box this whole chat party and win, lols. I agree. I wouldn't. That was Chaps, or not Chaps. Jack
Yeah.
Watts. That was Jack Watts' answer. He's not taking the kangaroo. He's getting knocked out. Getting his teeth knocked out.
What about a manta ray? I'm still salty about. That's the thing that took out Steve Irwin.
I don't really understand how their tails work. Do they just like stab you with them? Is that how it is? Or do they have poison on them? What is that?
I think there is maybe poison on them, but I think the one that killed Steve Irwin just basically like stabbed him, like basically.
So the tail
he
then must be
got it.
like super solid, like a bone.
I think it's like barbed as well. I think it's like.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Like
think
rips
there's
you
a
up.
part of it that they have a big ass fucking just
Could you
thing that fucks you.
like hold it by the tail? And then like, or would the tail be going like slicing up your hand while you're holding it? Is it that sharp? Like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, man.
Like I said,
I didn't bring it up because I'm like
no, hold the
an
fuck
answer.
up, Milo. Just how the fuck?
I'm just saying, hey, it's the thing that killed Steve Irwin, so let's take one of those out.
And do they do it like a scorpion where they fold it up and like stab it forward, or like are they reversing into you to stab you and swimming at speed backwards? Like how do they stab you with that tail?
I think they just angle it and just like stab. I don't know.
I
Maybe.
need to see footage of it.
Need to watch some nature videos.
Yeah, I need to see how a stingray uses its tail.
Barb. Okay, so there's different ones, but it looks like they have the tail and then it kind of comes to the side. Like in the middle of the tail, there's a pokey thing that comes on the side. So it's not like at the edge. It's not like at the edge of the tail there's a pokey that just stabs you with the tail. It looks like the tail, and then somewhere in the tail there's that fucking stinger that comes to the side or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
That's
Decepticon
what
Anyway,
said the most
it's
dangerous
just
spider
really
is a
weird.
Recluse.
It's the what?
A recluse.
Okay.
So I could definitely stomp on a recluse and a black mamba. So those are two deadly animals I
Easy.
can kill right there, no problem. Donnie says they have a barb on the underside of their tail.
Yeah, it's so if it stabs you, it's gonna like tear you up basically.
Decepticon says it curls like a scorpion, so it does fold up back. But then I need to see how long it is.
Depends.
I didn't think it could kill a man.
things
Before
that
Steve
die.
Irwin, I didn't think anyone could die to a stingray.
Well, there's
It's crazy.
conspiracy.
It's crazy just the amount of like he doesn't out of all the times he handled like deadly snakes and like alligators and all these animals. It's so weird that he goes out to like a manta ray. Like
Yeah.
you never thought that would be what kills him out of everything.
Their faces
Oh,
creep
well.
me out. The manta rays, they got them little, them underside faces with that mouth that's always like opening and closing.
They
Yeah.
jump. They jump high as fuck.
They jump.
The big ones, the giant ones.
They can
There's
fly.
the
They can
giant
flap,
ones-
can't they?
But there's ones that can literally like show. You know how sharks jump the side and just manta ray, especially the giant ones. And I'm telling you, giant ones like those
get
little
big.
boats that you go fishing with like one engine and just go like that. It's
Yeah.
bigger than the fucking boat, dude. You can
Shit,
see
I
the
didn't know they got
shadows.
that
just
big.
underneath. They're
Yeah.
fucking giant, dude. And those jump.
They jump. Why?
They have one of those.
Why?
I've seen
have
them
one-
in real person in Mexico. I've seen them. They're scary as shit, dude.
But why?
I think they have one in kayak VR. I
know.
think they have one swimming under the boat at one point. I think I
really?
saw someone. Yeah.
It's scary, dude. It's scary as shit. And there's people that go swim. Obviously, duh. But there's people that especially go and swim with them. Fuck no, dude.
Fuck that. Especially what after happened to Steve. How would anyone swim with them again? Jeremiah says brown recluse. Oh no, wait, I skipped one. Sorry, I skipped two. Donnie says that can grow back afterwards, but the way it's shaped, it does more damage trying to get it out, so it's deadly regardless. So it sticks in, like it doesn't. They can lose it and it grows back. Is that what you mean?
I think so.
Chap says no poison. It's a sharp barb. You could hold it by the tail, but that shit is like a sword. I bet one in Florida years ago at SeaWorld. Okay. So the tail is the danger of the stingray. And we'll see
Yes.
if you can just get around that somehow.
Yeah.
Steve's
And
end
you
was
can, and
free
a lot of
access.
people get step on them because I think a lot of like little ones, the ones that are like brown
Yeah.
on the top, they hide underneath the sand.
Sand,
And when
yeah.
people walk, if you step on them, you get poked.
Damn.
I had a friend
That's
when I was
rich.
in middle school who had a big ass bandage because one of those poked him by his Achilles tendon and it fucked him up.
Oh,
That's what he gets
jeez.
for standing on one.
Yeah.
This is
Anytime someone mentions the Achilles tendon, the first thing that always pops in my mind is Pet Cemetery when the little gauge like goes up under the bed and like
slices. Yeah.
Dude,
slices the back of his foot. That's the
I
first
had an
thing
injury
every
in high
time.
school. I fucked up my Achilles during high school, during soccer. Some dude, I was running, and as I ran, he stepped on my foot and my foot, and I went like that, and I just tore my shit.
Oh. Did you feel the snap?
Dude.
Like an elastic
You
snap?
feel it, you feel it
Ah,
tear. You feel it tear, and it feels as disgusting. The
you feel a
recovery
cool
as
breeze going into the cut because it's so
yeah.
big.
And obviously it hurts like a bitch, and you can't if you move it, if it feels like, but like when you know, like, oh, how does it feel like when you take your teeth out? It feels fucking like you're getting your tooth out. What you expect to have an injury in your Achilles, it feels just like it fucking. Yeah, dude.
How long was the
You see that.
recovery? How long was the recovery for you?
Uh, it was I couldn't I injured myself during the preseason, and it was like 3 months, 4 months, and I played like on the finals only for one game, and I was all wrapped up, and I couldn't play afterwards for like a long time. So it fucked me up pretty good. I was in how do you call that fucking
Do
those
you
things to walk? How do you call those things?
crutches?
Crutches. I was in
Legs.
crutches for
Do you hate the man that did that to you, Jackpot?
No, because I soccer kicked him on the face earlier by mistake.
Bitch.
I did
You
how do you call those?
absolute bitch. You got what
How
you
do you call
deserved.
those when you go back and the ball's like that and you do
Bicycle
like a
kick.
backflip thing? A bicycle kick. And he went like that. And he pushed the ball away and I smacked him in the face. And his mom was like talking shit about me. I was like, dude, lady.
So he did.
And then I got
He did
it.
it for
And
revenge, then, did he?
maybe.
Yeah, he did it on purpose.
Maybe, but
Get
I
Targeted assault. So that
but
was-
listen, it was I got it worse obviously, but it's fine.
Anyway, stick to the topic. That's nothing to do with an animal. That's a
You're a
man.
bitch. I thought you said you wanted to extend this as much as possible.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying it's going to be a short one. Like, it's okay. to be
Everyone
short
just
one.
wants us to end.
37
Everyone wants
minutes.
us to end right now. We're just dragging it on.
Fozzie Bear says this is stupid people zoology. Chop says we have recluse spiders in our house. Brown recluses all over the world, says Donnie. Fozzie says you should get rid of those chopped. We see Irishmen getting blowjobs from stingrays. What?
What?
Stingrays.
Who said
What does that even mean?
I don't know what that means. Okay, lady is out of the shower. Got to bounce. Stop. This is the fifth time you said you're leaving, Chad. Do you think I'm
6 hours
believing these
later.
lies? God damn you. And you're telling lies.
For
Should I
reals,
cancel
gotta
Firewall
go
for
now.
Gates is done? Listen, I just play Firewall for the fun, Donnie. I know you're trying to unlock shit and stuff, but I'm at the point now where I'm kind of happy with my unlocks for the most part.
Fuck no.
I still want the motion sensor.
I'm
Anyway,
still
we're not
only a little
finished.
level 20. So
Okay, Pumpkins, and what's gonna happen in a month, 2 months, when you have everything and it's just like, we need cosmetic shit. We
I'm not
need
getting
drink-
everything
But
in
then-
2 months. If you think I'm going to have everything unlocked in 2 months, I don't even have a P90. I've only got like 2 guns.
I know,
So
but
there's
are you
still loads to
excited
get.
for the other stuff? What are you excited to get? I'm only
maps.
excited to
I
get
want
the
more
maps.
maps.
Yeah, maps.
Where's the
Right,
maps?
This is the big
right.
thing.
But what I'm saying on the progression, what we have, I'm not really looking for much, except motion sensor almost have it, and the other stuff. But overall, like you said, just we need other stuff to play towards maps. Yeah, but cosmetics, trinkets, all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I
but
really
cosmetics
hope
are just cosmetics. Like, it's like, I mean, they're cool, but at the end of the day, it's not changing anything really. Just visual.
No,
I
but
want
it's
the
something to play
I
towards.
want the ammo drum. That's what I want, but it's
Yeah.
gonna take forever.
Well, there you go. That'll take you a year or two.
Yeah.
We still got questions
At
from
least.
Tasuki,
Okay,
if we're ready for those. Or unless you want to keep talking about Firewall.
do it.
It's gonna be why didn't you revive him that time? in Firewall?
Dear Jackpot, why didn't you? Okay. Tasuki, his first question says, does Pumpkins plan on getting a code for the Jackpot equals female dog VR beta? Damn.
Yeah, pretty much. It was the same thing.
Bitch. And he's got another one. So he says, what is the strongest mythical beast you could kill hand to hand? Now this is where it's getting.
God.
How do you define the strength of a mythical beast? You know, we have one in Ireland called the salmon of knowledge. It's a mythical salmon. I could probably kill a salmon.
It's mythical for a reason. It might have fucking powers.
If you eat it, it makes you very smart. That's why it's mythical.
I don't know. Mythical. Does that mean anything? Like anything that's made up?
Chupacabra?
Well, mythical. Yeah, chupacabra would be a mythical creature, I would say.
If I have a gun, I can kill a chupacabra, I think.
Wait, he said hand to hand.
Oh, hand to hand?
You wouldn't kill a chupacabra with it. I didn't even know anything about a chupacabra, but you probably won't kill it with a gun.
I think they're like dogs, big-ass dog-sized things that suck blood out of...
I thought they were aliens. Alien dogs.
Maybe.
Maybe
I'll take
leprechaun. Maybe a leprechaun. I think I could take one of those guys.
Oh, have you seen the movies?
Too many tricks.
Dude, it will go on your you'll go on your body and it will come out of your dick while you're pissing. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's the one that he goes to space. Horrible.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. I don't know. I've seen the first one with Jennifer Aniston. I haven't seen any of the Leprechaun movies.
You know what? No, I changed my vote. I'm gonna take down man bear pig. That's what I'm gonna take down.
Man bear.
There you go.
He's like incredibly ferocious looking, but I doubt it. But anyway, Jack, are you going with chupacabra?
I don't know. All of the ones that I know seem impossible, so that's the most realistic one.
But just think of like a shitty mythical beast that doesn't do anything other than talk or something. Have you ever heard of a talking cat, or maybe Mexican folklore or something? I don't know.
There's stuff like ghosts. Like there's this Mexican folklore about this lady that screams about her kids getting stolen and shit, but that's just ghost stuff. So I guess I can kill an old hag screaming about her kids.
Hoover. If it's a ghost, you can get like a Luigi Mansion Hoover.
I got her kids killed or something. I can kill the old lady.
He's got multiple questions, by the way, so we're not finished with Tasuki. He says, if you had to pick one you had to go into, which would you choose? A haunted mine, a haunted graveyard, or a haunted boat? And he's not finished. Once inside, you had to stay for a week. You have all the stuff you need to survive, but they are all legit haunted. By stuff, I mean food and the like, no weapons, etc. So a haunted mine, a haunted graveyard, or a haunted boat?
I would say graveyard. At least it's out in the open.
Fuck. Yeah, probably. Fuck. I don't know. They all suck, but if nothing happens, like if I don't die because like the boat, right? If I fucking drown, or like the mine.
Hold on. He never said the boat was on water. We just washed up on a beach. Docked up nicely on a beach somewhere.
I'll probably say the boat because there's probably less chances of being more ghosts because the cemetery is probably full of fucking ghosts. There's probably all kinds of shit in there. But I don't know. I guess they'll suck.
I think graveyard as well, for the same reason as Moz, is that it's more open. Whereas if you're in a building, they could be like anytime you open a door, a jump scare. Right. Also, it's very stupid. I don't think any graveyard will be haunted because don't ghosts die like they're supposed to haunt where they died, not where they're brought to after they died. So.
Who told you that?
It doesn't make any sense for a graveyard to be haunted to me.
What?
I'm just saying logically, ghosts should haunt where they died. They should haunt where they lived or something.
But the ghosts supposedly are attached to things, right? Things that they did, like they died, or clothing items or whatever. If there's their own fucking bodies in there, I'm assuming there's ghosts in there. Anyways, next question.
Have you ever heard of a haunted graveyard? I haven't. I've heard
yes, everybody goes and does everybody does Satanist shit on graveyards because they know that all the fucking ghosts are there.
Anyway.
You heard of Richard Ramirez? No. He was a Satanist like you. A serial killer. He did shit on sacrifices and
that doesn't mean the graveyard's haunted. That just means he's an asshole that does stupid shit in the graveyard.
The Satanists and people, there's a reason why all these people, occult people, do shit on graveyards.
Yeah, because it's a place of death. It's like, oh, this is cool, let's do it here. But they could probably do it just on a boat as well. They could just do it on a boat or in a mine.
Absolutely nothing happens if they do it in a graveyard. As
exactly.
Unless they did it on a beach, it's the same damn thing. Like it's just all like, ooh, it's a graveyard.
In the middle of the day on a Hawaiian beach, it would all be the same. Important's mythical creature. He thinks he could beat in hand-to-hand combat as a Sasquatch, which is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. He would not.
Yeah, they're big, man. They're big.
Suki says Jackpot will get beat up by a pillow. Damn, he does. LSB says Skinwalker. Suki says the Universal Remonster. I don't know what the fuck that means. Important says a rude Canadian, rude Canadian, very mythical. I like that answer. That's a good one. What about a unicorn?
Fuck you.
I saw the Cabin in the Woods. There's a unicorn in that kills a man with the horn. Stabs him.
Yeah.
Even a horse. Like I wouldn't beat a horse. I wouldn't win against a horse in hand to hand. Like they rear up and they fucking fuck you up with their hooves. You know.
Yep.
And then if you get around the back, they do the back kick, which will just like dislocate your head from your shoulders.
Yep.
Important picks the boat. A magical Leoplurodon, says War Room. Suki says they haunt the graveyard for the thriller video. And Important says some hard-hitting content right here. I know. And we'll end it there. LSP says surrounded by corpses. Sounds fun, but they're underground. They're underground. You don't see it. Damn, he came in with the last second question again to Suki. This is the last one. I'm not accepting anymore.
No more.
He says,
please be better than the last one.
He says, how does it feel to be awesome at doing this podcast and all doing a great job? I feel sick actually reading that. I feel sick of that mushy shit. Suki, what is this? What is this?
He's lying.
It's a lie. Yeah, you're not like this.
We're not playing mini golf this week. Why are you doing
like
that?
this in real life, Suki?
That's not going to help Kathleen pick you next time. Just so you know.
He doesn't need help.
He doesn't
fucking need help. Kathleen loves him.
Kathleen loves the Suki.
Always picked.
Hates me and hates a Pegasus.
Pegasus, he really.
Listen to Suki. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
GG to Suki.
Kathy don't care, says Decepticon. Damn. Well, she never pick you anyway, Decepticon, because you're not man enough to go on her wheel. Just wanted to give props after giving crap. Thank you to Suki. It's appreciated. Anyway, with that emotional scene before I tear up, I'm going to end the stream. All right. We'll see you next week.
GG.
Sounds good.
Mr. Jackpot, it's been a pleasure. Everyone in the chat who joined and commented and contributed, thank you very much. It's all appreciated.
Later, everybody.
Good.
GG. Wash your hands.
Goodbye.
What the fuck is this?
Bye-bye. I hate you.